So you ready for the party?
World Cup and they instantly let me.
All right.
Let's go have some fun, babe. What took you so long? Let's go have some fun, babe. What took you so long?
Then they wait for come start the party. We arrive on man arise. Look them sexy lady, look them tasty lady. Them fine, now so they sabi wine. If I watch gonna yai, hey, before I go fry, I dey watch like a for don't step and die. I see short skirts, hey, the mini skirt. Who swam for dance with when this party go start? I want saleh, yeah, I want ballet.
And so let's say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on your location, where you're watching us from next time. But like I say, a warm welcome to the Heat Hour here on BKS Television. On the Heat Hour, my name is Junior Payne. Of course, always we are here to discuss issues happening in Liberia and outside of Liberia too as well. On Heat Hour, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullets. On today's edition of the show, we have a couple of breaking news we have to bring you here this evening. Our panelists will be joining us very shortly on the show. Again, we'd like to say welcome to the Heat Hour here on BKS Television. We are broadcast on Voice of BKS in Butu Town and on YouTube and Facebook too at BKS TV Liberia. You can go to follow us. Join us on today's edition of the show. We got a couple of great news. Those of you watching us would like to say welcome to the show, man. Betty's son. I come here. I'm in my inbox. I'm not seeing anything, Chief. Let's say good evening. Welcome to the show, Richard Shanistone Gay. Welcome to the show this evening. We don't know where you're watching us from, but wherever you're watching from, just drop your location. Let's send you a big shout out here this evening. Again, welcome. It's a great thing having all of you here today. Very wonderful having all of you here today on the Heat Tower. We have couple of breaking news for you guys. Couple of breaking news. But without further ado, we got to go strictly into our discussion for today. Let's drop it up a little bit. We have the man Aloysius Elizana. I think it's Tintic Junior. He's watching us from Canada. But like I say, welcome to the show this evening. Richie is also watching us from GSA Road, Pingsville, Liberia. Richie would like to say welcome to the show here this evening. A big shout out to all of you watching us and wherever you're watching us from. Today is going to be heated. Today is going to be bloody heated. I mean, we're bringing a couple of people on the show. We're bringing the man Armstrong Gobaselekpo. Gobaselekpo is a former senatorial candidate of Nima County. We're also bringing the man Paul Zlander Way, chairman of the Liberty Party, Nima County chapter. We're going to bring him here this evening. We're also going to bring Mark B. Jabate, Assistant Minister for Urban Affairs at the Ministry of Internal Affairs in Liberia. And today, we're going to be discussing in details what happened yesterday in District 5, Nima County. But following that, The president of the Republic of Liberia today dedicated military barrack in Nima County, Sanikole. Would like to say a big shout out to the county administration. I know they work in line, in hands with the government, and I would like to say a big shout out to the army personnel in Sanikole there too as well. But an unconfirmed information reaching our decks here this evening says the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Sylvester Gracefeet, is dead. This information hasn't been confirmed yet, but we are keeping our eyes on the news as it unfolds. We're going to bring you details about it here on this platform. But again, if this is true, we would like to extend our condolences to the family of the late Sylvester Gracefeet. But couple of news we have for you here this evening. Let's go for this quick break. When we come back, we're going to join strictly into our discussion while we await our guests and all of our panelists to join us here this evening. But again, folks, we'd like to say welcome to the show. Don Mello, you're watching us from Bone County around the Davis Koyon Sport Stadium. Davis, Don, welcome to the show here this evening. Medidate Duo watching us from Virginia. This is Virginia. Which part of Virginia are you watching us from? Is it in the USA or Liberia, Virginia? Which one? Which one of them? You know, most of the places we got in America, some of them in Liberia too. So I beg you, if you're dropping your Virginia, you should know. I don't know which part of Virginia you're watching us from, whether it's in Liberia or it's in the USA. But again, we'd like to say welcome to the show. Let's go for this break. When we come back, we're gonna dive straight into the issue here today. Couple of news. I mean, a lot of things happening in District 5. We got to bring you everything. We have approximately 3 days to the election, which is not really far again. So we need to discuss all of the issue. A veteran USF Vice watching from Trump Country. USF, welcome to the show. You can be calling the man every day, and I may get ready for you. And you have. But let's go to the late Professor John Dopo. This one, when we come back, we dash quickly into our discussion here this evening.
Go along. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for a long fellow? He can pray for a long life. As long as they live, you know, the better we grow. Fine, power, you find out. It can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, you know, a way to capsize. Sweet, sweet, kiss our liver. Not for go along. You might be can eat it, or a picture can eat it. Kiss our liver, kiss our liver, oh, sweet kiss our liver. Not for go along. Take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. You take it from Mary today, oh, mother will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, oh, by your fine, when in your fever. Well, people do to you, you going to cry. As I know for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. time is a lesson, yeah, brother, this I had. Sweet, sweet kiss, I will leave out. Not for go alone, mama. Human being can eat it, oh, the deer can eat it. Cause I will leave out. Our live no for go alone. Human beings can eat it, or a creature eat it too. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for long fellow? They can pray for long life. As long as they living, the better we grow. You check it from me right today, oh, Mary will check it from you tomorrow, mama. Hey. You take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, power is power, it can make you heavy. Looking like a crookino, a way to capsize. Kesawalia, Kesawalia, mama, no for go alone. When I pray for long fellow, they always pray for long life. As long as they living, the better we grow, my people. Sweet, sweet, kiss our liver, no for go alone. After enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time.
And so hard turn up for one person, oh, it's just a matter of time for all of us to endure that pain. So if you see somebody going through hard time today, no need for you to mock them. And indeed, the birds you see flying doesn't pray for long feather. They pray for long life because they know as long as they are living, their feathers will grow. The late Professor John Dopo, with that beautiful, beautiful piece of song. Let's say again, good evening to all of you and welcome to the show here this evening. My name is Junior Kawio Payne, your host on the Heat Tower here on BKS Television. We are really on Voice of BKS, located in Butuo Town, Nima County. And of course, we are also live on Facebook and YouTube at BKS Television Liberia. Good evening and welcome to the show here this evening. Afanso Wumbo.
Yeah, good evening, brother. Good evening to our listening audience and those following us via YouTube and the radio station.
How is Trump country this evening?
Trump country is good. It's cool here. Everything moving smoothly.
Let's hear you this evening. What's on your mind before we go to our discussion?
So many things, so many issues.
Yeah, you
After
can.
after
I
the
know our
after
man
the
is supposed to
fast,
come. Up.
yeah, after the fast and prayer, there are so many things taking place in the country. I know that the prayer making people to talk what they're not supposed to talk because these things are been secret somewhere around and people stay you know I'm sensing that there will be a day for confession in Liberia. Maybe the president will have to declare that people will start to confess, even the villages. And you notice political party hierarchy confessing almost all of the things they did. The reason for which sometimes when some people say something and take it for granted is if you are a part of that thing, not just part of that thing, but part of that particular things, and you come out to say something about that thing, I trust you. You can't come from your house say, my wife can't treat me good, and say a lie. Yeah, certain thing might happen there. So you can see people from the past ruling party breaking away and making some statement. And the person that not say anything about the party is Thomas Fala. But all those that are breaking away, they other made some confession. The biggest one that just happened was the senator of Mosolado County, broke away, and on the Spoon TV, this guy tried to accuse Akaragbe that he was insignificant to the party, so he can go and for his own party. There's no need. And he tried responding to that and start to reveal some of those ugly deeds, they've been involved with during the time. It got me to think, if I was security in Liberia, to think that those past officials actually need to answer questions to some things. Because the allegation that even petrol bomb was thrown in a house targeting him to kill him, it's a grave allegation that people take it lightly, but it's something very grave. There was nobody looking
So
at that because after
did
the
he report did he report the
after
situation to police?
is yeah, the situation was in the police. According to him, when the police brought the report, he told the police, let it stay. Because he knew that his own men were there, so he was going to allow the police to follow that. What's going to happen? They were going to, people just came from election, all that things start happening. They were not going to be easy. So to cool tension down, he just told the police, let it stay. He will stay in new house. After the election, you saw all the houses were just burning all in the country. What people told, what I was told by somebody was, because for me, I was not in the media at the time, and the way we are, so we were just running our politics here and there. But somebody told me, my man, those that were part of the CDC and broke away, most of them houses in Morocco getting burned, and it was true. And you can hear the truth from Sir Joseph when he was saying it on Spoon. And you see, Akara they not tell him that he was lying. The only thing he could say, he was only making comment at the man was insignificant and all kind of thing. So all of the allegations are all grave allegations, and the state security need to take some serious action to see if those things he was saying were actually true. Because if another country investor in another country was bringing money in our country to invest, and you request money from them and they say no, say that's the case, they will not do it, and they go back. And from those things, you saw that there was majority of the government official was sanctioned, and people say it was just propaganda, political propaganda. And Sir Joseph is coming up to say it. They are all true. Meaning all of the things people been saying in the media here and there, majority are true. They are true about their administration. Because Sir Joseph is one of the key men in our party. I'm hoping that Thomas Fala will confess. Because these are men who are running the bad deeds. So it's not easy, brother. There are so many things, oh man, but let's just leave it and see how our president, when he dedicated the barrel in Nima, what impact will have on us and all of this stuff. Yeah. We're ready to you, my
Thank you.
brother. See how it was.
Thank you, Alfonso. Let's welcome to the
Yeah,
show.
no problem.
Yawite Zogetua. Let's welcome you to the show, Bobby Wanti, Mr. Mafasin, and Davis. Let's say good evening to all of you. Welcome to the show here this evening. Bobby Wanti, let's hear you what's on your mind this evening.
Yeah, good evening to you guys and good morning from my end, gentlemen. It's good being back here again. How you doing, Sierra? Yeah, what's on my mind, I think Alfonso speaking from the other side, but again, I think we having some bad news coming from our country as well concerning the former or the minister of state late, Sylvester Grizzly, if it is true. It's a sad news for our country as well. And we Sir Joseph grave allegation or confession yesterday. I think probably me and Sierra from the inland church background will understand what fasting and prayer can do. I will urge all the government or president that will come in power to do fast and prayer, because when fast and prayer happen like this, and you see everybody throwing talk and confessing out there, that means the prayer actually worked. Honestly speaking, like Alfonso said, the security apparatus in Liberia should take a lot of things into consideration and take it very seriously. There is no small threat in security. I'm a security personnel. There is no small threat. I remember, I think people were protesting in Liberia a couple of months ago, and a group of boys get together, a group of people from the angle of CDC said the police director will get missing, and people will start getting missing in Liberia, and people just laugh with it. Our country right now, you don't laugh with those kind of things until you wish something happened. Even if you believe it's an empty threat, put a deterrent. Invite those people, ask them question what they mean or why they make that statement. Every statement that comes from somebody, our people say when Christy mentor is that I will chunk you with right, you already get it right in your hand. So with Sir Joseph coming up with all the grave allegations, look, what Sir Joseph taught yesterday, I don't know whether a lot of you people listen to it. It was a doom of that government. And I believe 100% why that government did not succeed. We were close to some of those government officials, or close to the government, and we see what happened, the threat, the sanction, people, Jefferson Koji walking on the street with gun at the city mayor, they attacking the former, let's say the person, Putin. Then now your daughter getting like almost putting fire on house. Right after election, we see all government officials that leaving the party, their houses getting burned. People started threatening this, like during their government time, we see a lot of body on the street. At one point, the president himself came out and said those are that or the body that was in the car, that were people that were, making love and stuff. I mean, with all these things and the key official of this party coming out yesterday, making all these statements, even making a attempt on his own life from that party, I believe the police in the country should ask most of the ex-government officials a lot of questions. That's what's on my mind.
Thank you so much, Big Brother Bobby Wanty. Let's welcome you to the show, Mr. Mafasin. Siawete, you see now last again today, so I beg you, I'll keep coming to you last. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. I think today is again another day, as it is written in the good books. It says, "This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it." Certainly, we will rejoice and be glad in it. The dedication of the barracks in Sanikole is one thing that touched my mind, and I think it is something that needs to be elevated, especially those of us who want a better representation of our country, our government, our people. It brought back to memory the old days, and it's as well a move in the right direction to have security presence in our community, especially understanding the bordering nature of our county that is bordering with two countries, and the root of the civil crisis. It has its beginning from some of the bordering communities. And so to have a barrier that will ensure that our community is well manned as far as the armed forces is concerned, I see it as a right move and in the right direction. And I want to say I'm grateful to the government, the county administration as well, for creating the enabling environment for such a move. Again, I want to say Liberia is bereaved. It's true, the Minister of State has passed. Considering him as a statesman who have lived his life in the service of the people of our country, I think Liberia stands to mourn his own going. And I want to say sympathy to the country to his family. And I want to say thank you to all of you who, taking upon yourself your busy schedules to come here every day to at least provide information to our people. I see it as a laudable effort because it's quite a difficult task, especially those of us who are in the West. The hustle is real and it's alive to sacrifice time and appear on a daily basis. I see it as a good thing. And I want to urge us all to remain a better ambassador for our communities that always fight to project the positive image of our country, because that's the only way we can have a functional society. If we are the propagator of negative information, especially as we move towards building a new narrative for our community, I feel is bad. We should always fight to project the positive image of our community. Everywhere we see in the world, they have the negative side, they have the worst thing going on, but they always elect to present the positive side of activities, of their country, their community to the world. So we should emulate the same. Liberia is all we have. Nima is all we have. Let's stay together, unite, and put forth our best and build a better country for ourselves and our children and the children's to be born. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Matheson. Siawete, let's hear you.
Thank you, Ginny, and good evening to Sion brothers on the panel, and good evening to people of Nimba in Radio Land as well. It's a pleasure to be back. Like he said, living your busy schedules, every day sacrifice to be here. I mean, a service to the community. And we want to, in this manner, extend our deepest condolence to the people of Liberia and government, and also the Gillespie family. Losing a father at this point, a statement, not just a father, but someone who has contributed to the nation. It was shocking when I saw that post this afternoon. So we want to extend our sympathy to his family, and may his soul rest in peace. I mean, today, follow news, we also witnessed stay order on the ombudsman decision, and a recommendation to dismiss those government officials. A few months ago, the ombudsman made a recommendation to the president, and including Councillor Kura and other senior official of government. We cannot name them, but they took exception to that recommendation and went to the court. And some of us argument are always being, rules that are made cannot supersede the organic law or the constitutional law, because all of those people you are discussing, for me, in my mind, they are all political actors. For example, Councillor Kura, who is the chairman of the MDR, Amos Tue, Secretary General of Unity Party. All those people you listed, they are all, members and officials of political parties. So how do you detach them from the political institution? I mean, so the organic law is far beyond it supersede all other laws in the country. That have been some of our argument. I think one thing people also need to know is that when you are in positions, you should also look at your position as position of trust, lead well. The issue of corruption and all those things, you should avoid those kind of practices. For me, there are some standards that need to be set up by the president or someone, because they all work at the will and pleasure of the president. So if those things are set up, but to say the president cannot and participate in their own government that they usher in. To me, I feel that is a violation of their constitutional right. And some of us kept saying it, but probably even in previous regimes, some of us also made that position because we don't see it possible that you, we campaign for your government, make the government to succeed, and you got potential to serve, and then someone tell you, oh no, you can't take part in political activity. And it was through your effort that brought the government to power. So I mean, the lawyers, though some of us we are not from the legal background, but sometimes we read, and the panel law, the organic law, and the constitution is very clear. Every citizen, the tools we use, whether to what kind of code you use as a constitution when your rights are being violated. So I mean, the good thing is our country is on path in terms of the justice system. Sometimes it's challenging, but I mean, at times, most time, you see government lost in cases and all of that. It also show the independence of the court. So it's good. And with the revelation last night after the show, I saw the post everywhere on Facebook, and when I listened to the show, it was actually interesting. And man, you like the Big Brother said, Big Brother Marvelson said, from now to 2029, it will be a drama because the political atmosphere, you see that one in politics, they call it alarm and re-alarming. You see men leaving, men coming, alarm and re-alarming. So when you listen to some of the revelation last night, someone brought, it was a conversation. It is not yet fact, but we are just discussing all of those things because how it came up. But
You see,
for the sake of
I'm
the
not
discussion,
cutting you off, man. Siawete. After
yeah.
yesterday's show, I received a couple of texts. People accusing me now that I was planted by CDC to ill discuss the government. I should be careful. I'm like, my personal opinion on the show, somebody disagree with me, which is okay, we move on. And you guys taking it so personal. I don't even know anybody from CDC. We got no connection, my people. Yeah.
John,
Go
what I
ahead,
will tell you
please.
is that what I will tell you, that's politics. You see, when I saw some of my UP folks yesterday, they were mocking at Moriah. I just laugh. They got a right to do that, but Moriah is one of the smartest and bright brains we
Mhm,
got in the country.
mhm.
And the protests were actually meant for, to bring the government attention, and she was one of the lead. So I mean, people had their own position as to how they see things, but the president is the president of the Republic of Liberia. He's not the president for Unity Party. The political side will be there. And for me, I don't hate opposition. Once you make a position, constructively that you can show the way out, I mean, that's better. But where somebody will insult, no, that's not. I'm not seeing Mariah insulting in a way. Maybe she might have done that before. So I mean, there were a lot of like I said, the only thing I can make on Sir Joseph coming last night. My only disappointment about Liberians to close is that most time people, profess to be seen when they are no more part of certain organization. That's my problem. When we talk about advocacy or maybe change, you cannot leave the environment, or maybe at that point you people are being disaggregated, then you bring out the advocacy. For me, that's my point. Now you say somebody brought 100 million to invest, they were requesting for 10 million. You did not raise any of those points. You were in the legislature. It required you to blow a whistle so that, because you as a legislator, your role is to also checkmate the government. You did not do that. But as it is, people will play politics out there, but in the other ways, to me, all of them, they all have to corrupt the country and make the country to lose what it should have had as a nation. And he sat there, he could not say anything until when somebody asked him, he said, no, but I was in a system, it was difficult to do. So then there's no need you bring it out because the guys will defend themselves. So that the kind of country, you see, most time investors are scared to come. And it also validate the US embassy, the United States government when they sanction most of these government officials. So it was almost the same thing. And Sir Joseph was saying nothing different with them. My only problem with him was all those things happening. He did not blow any whistle one day, but because you are bringing a political party now, you become a sin. So I mean,
Yeah,
that's the Liberia we had.
Just
So
to add
thank
on
you.
to
I
you,
hope it will be a nice show tonight. Eh?
yeah, just to add on to you, the frustrating part from Esa, he said he built a market to Dubo Road. But during the campaign time, he went and told the people say that Joria built a market. Only for them to vote for Joria. It was frustrating. So they may not do anything. He just said that they may do it. Yeah.
See, I come in, Jim. I think our guests have not arrived yet, but I don't want us to look at it that way. To be a part of a whole and this, especially look at African politics and the form it can take. You know, you have a government auditors who have national responsibility, audit responsibility, whose work ensure checks and balances in government. Those people die. Mysteriously, president comes out and say they were copulating or they were having an effect. Let me put it in that simple way. Not one, not two. He cited an instance where the chairman of the party was dropped and recorded. He had a disagreement with the president in party's meeting. And the president did not speak to him 4 years of the 6 years. He has a leadership responsibility and obligation because we were elected by a county. You want him to put out a fight with the president? You want him there? Mike Pence was vice president to Donald Trump for 4 years. He didn't speak. But after the Trump's administration, he said he cannot support Trump and he stated his reason. And like I see a lot of people beating Simmons, Serena Seafold, you were in there and stuff like that. Simmons only discussed excerpts of his book that he wrote. And the reason for which Africa remains Africa is because we don't document our activities to provide history that the coming generation can learn from. Like you see Bob Greenwood from the Trump administration, he wrote a book. The title is In the Room Where It Happened. You can find it and read it. It's an interesting, material. It creates an educational fountains for the emerging generation because it made them to know who Trump is and the impact of his administration. I mean, it's a fair intellectual practice or practices. So for the fact that the man was part of the government, he has a role to play. He saw something, he documented it. It's left with the accused or whoever is being talked about in his material to challenge it for him to prove it. Otherwise, it remains a consumable intellectual piece for the next generation of leaders. There and then you know where the fault was, the shortfall was, to be able to correct yourself and build a society and move forward. But when it happens to our society, people start to downplay it. Why you didn't talk when you were there? But why you want a man to talk when he's there, when he's an African, he's operating in an African system? Suppose he's killed. Will he have the opportunity again to talk here? So whatever that is coming from actors of that administration is 100% valid. We should learn from that. We should take cue from that. We should use it to keep the feet to fire of those that we have given leadership responsibility to. Because that's the only place we can fall on to learn. But you tell a man you were in it, whatever that happened, hold it to your chest and die with it, go to the grave with it. Where do we go to fetch out information to learn? How do we correct ourselves? So those confections, as they may call it, or those, information that are coming out now for me individually, I see them as valid, and I see them as a piece that we can fall on. It can even enhance government fight against corruption, because someone is coming up with information, someone who was part of the room, who understands the activities and the ongoings. So we should not downplay it. We should not relegate it. We should not just discard it on those grounds. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Paul Lana was in the back, but he left. Let's welcome to the show, Shadrach G. Togwe. Welcome to the show here this evening. What's on your mind? It may be like, Paul is already here, Shadrach. So, good evening, Paul, and welcome to BKS Television.
Thank you.
Paul, are you there?
Yeah, thank you. You hearing me?
Yes, sir. We're hearing you now. You can just position your phone like that, and we have a little bit of short, good conversation. Good evening once again, and welcome to the show. For the sake of those listening to you, your name, where you hail from, your educational background. Let's start with that.
Well, thank you so much. My name is
Bob, hold on. Bob, 1 second. This man on the way is not my way. This man way is not my way, so that's a disclaimer I have to give. Thank you very much. You can continue.
So my name is Paul Zlander Wade Sr. I'm from Dublona, district number 9 in my county. I am a lecturer at Tottenham University. I hold a master's in development management and governance. I'm also a student of master's in sustainable development and school administration at the Tottenham University Graduate School. I'm currently the head of department for the History and International Relations. I'm also the chairman of the Liberty Party in Nima County.
Thank you, Paul. Once again, we'd like to say welcome to the show this evening. And on behalf of the management of BKS Television, I'd like to say thank you to your service. Thank you for your service to the people of Liberia. Being a lecturer is really a good thing that I always appreciate. Every individual serving in that capacity. Now, to kickstart the discussion, you know about the by-election in Nima County District number 5. What's your stand and what's your take in the by-election?
Well, while it is true, I do not have a stake in the district number 5 elections, but I do have a stake in Nima politics. And I say so because I am a politician. I've been in politics in Nima County for the past 10 years, more than 10 years. So I do have a stake when it comes to the civility of Nima County. So while it is true that democracy begins with free, fair, transparent, continuous elections, it is also important that the players or the stakeholders who are members of the political theater understand that politics is just a difference in thought, and it's about you seeing something differently from the other person. So it's disturbing, especially when it comes to Nimba, owing to the fact that Nimba has the vice president of this country that comes from Nimba. Nimba have a history of good people, And when issues come about, especially from NIMBA, people see it differently. So it is good that people exercise civility and people exercise restraint when it comes to politics. By-elections, like any other elections, come and go. But what remains is the constituent or the people who are from that particular locale. So the players, Koto Kwagyu, Mr. Boris Balier, and all others who are taking part in the elections, you understand that these are moments, these are events that will come and pass. So we call on people to exercise restraint, to be patient with each other, because after the elections, we'll all be citizens of Buyao, and we'll have to live in harmony, especially when it comes to development of Buyao. Nobody want to see Buyao burning to the ground, especially that each of them who's contesting today must understand that one person will emerge eventually as the winner of the elections. So I think each of them need to understand that and to pass that message over to each other. I have taken part in elections that have been tougher than that elections. I was one of the key players in the district number 7, the most talked about district number 7 elections that just ended in 2023. And we carried the same message over to our people, explain to them that there was a need to be calm, there was a need to be safer. On the other end, when it comes to conflict, we have to understand the underlying immediate cause of the conflict before intervening in such conflict. I don't have an entire historicity of, the district number 5 by-elections, but we all need to look at it from the underlying cause and also the immediate cause to understand what have been brewing this conflict or what have made the conflict go on for a while. And I don't think this is something that happened in automatically happening over a period of time. And the National Elections Commission too have to play its role. It's something that involves everyone. So it is a collective process. The government too has have to provide security for each of those candidates who are contesting the elections, and to ensure that the process is not only free and fair, but also transparent. Transparency, calls for fair play. People will not be treated equally. I'm a father, and I know that parents will not even treat their children equally, but they must be treated fairly. And fairly meaning everyone must have the same opportunity that the other has. So that's much I can say.
Thank you very much. Let's turn over to you, Alfonso. I want to do us due diligence. We have Mr. Paul Landaway Sr. here today. He's the chairman of Liberty Party, NIMA chapter. He's here. You can ask him all of the questions. We'll give you 3 minutes to ask your 2 questions on the first round. From you, we go to Bobby Wanty, Mr. Mafasi, and the rest of the folks. DK Way is driving. The rules of driving is that you cannot be driving and be on call. So
No, I wanted to ask before I leave. I want to get in contact with the rest of the guests. Can I ask my question to leave, please?
Okay, do it.
Alfonso, my brother, let me do the poll. But are you still a member of Liberty Party or you just CDC?
DK, I think I was very clear. I said that I am the chairman of the Liberty Party in Nimba. I was very clear. I said I'm the chairman of the Liberty Party in Nimba.
So follow up.
As a matter of fact, I was elected just in 2022 for for another 6 years. So yes, I'm a member of the Liberty Party. I am a signatory representing the 15 county chairs in Liberia on the recent reconciliation program that took place between the Ability faction and the Yombly faction. I represented the county council of the Liberty Party. So yes, I'm a member of the Liberty Party. I endorse President Weah re-elections. Like every other citizen, I had a patriotic duty to endorse a SAR, but I did not join the CDC.
Go to your panelists. Yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
Over to you, Afanso.
Oh yeah. Good evening, Paul. How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Buyao is one of the districts that you've been putting candidate out. Up there to contest in the past elections. Why this time around the party did not put candidate out?
Well, the position of the Liberty Party is going to be said by the party executive. But I think the party has chosen this time around to not put a candidate like they did in the midterm elections. And it is also the duty of the party to decide and not to decide whether they want to put up a candidate. But the party official position on whether they endorse also a political candidate or not will be officially communicated. But as of yet, the Liberty Party have not endorsed any side yet.
Thank you. You can go to the next panel.
I know for a fact that the last time we took back Bola candidate edition number 5 was in 2017, and that was the late Dan Yahweh. But 2023 we did not have a candidate there because we had a conversation with the current senator, so we did not have a candidate there.
Thank you. Bobby, over to you. Your 2 questions to Mr. Paul.
Good evening, my brother Paul. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you. Paul, my question is, you are the chair of Liberty Party in Nimba. Which party are you guys aligned with? Because I remember during the general election, there were a bit of like 2 factions. We got a Yombly faction and we got a Ability faction. And you were just doing the peace and reconciliation with Ability and Yombly. So where is Liberty Party right now?
Did you hear a question, Paul?
Well, I know that in the past elections, the Liberty Party was. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we hear.
He's asking which party is the Liberty Party currently aligned with. Is that correct?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's why I said I was in speech when you interrupted. I said in the past elections, the Liberty Party aligned had 2 sides. You had the Yombly faction and you had the Ability faction. And so the Liberty Party did not have an official alignment with especially the Yombli side, until because we had a court process, and when that I was with the Ability faction at the time, and so the Ability faction of the Liberty Party, which was considered to be the legitimate party at the time, aligned with the CPP, which was the ANC's. So the Ability faction was aligned with the ANC, which was called CPP. And I automatically became the chairman of the CPP in Nimba. And the Yombli faction had an agreement with the Unity Party. As it stands, the Liberty Party have an agreement with the Unity Party, and whether that agreement is over or it continue, I can speak to a fight about that, but I know that after the Liberty Party reconciliation became one party, and so the Liberty Party still have an ongoing agreement that is yet to be renewed by the, with the Unity Party.
All right, thank you, Paul.
The reason I say ongoing is because that agreement was meant to make President Bouakai president. He's now elected.
All right, thank you. As chair for Liberty Party in Nimba, and you was once part of the Musa Ability faction, and now you guys have make a reconciliation peace, and you guys are immersed. Now, is Musa still in Liberty Party?
No. No. Mr. Ability resigned from the Liberty Party. If my memory can set me right, last year. Yes, last year he resigned from the Liberty Party. And I think he's now currently the political leader of the CNC. So he's not a member of the Liberty Party anymore.
All right, thank you. I wanted to get a clarity because after the reconciliation program between Musa and Yombli, back to my last question. District 5, Nimba County, you here from Nimba, and you've been playing your role as a politician.
Your last question or the third question?
Listen, as you asked 3 questions, so that will be the last one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay, I heard too.
Okay. So you here from Nimba, and you've been in the ballot politics of Nimba, and you are the son of Nimba. Booyah elections. I think most of the speakers here today will ask you this question. What is your thoughts for the citizen of Booyah and the candidates that are taking part in this election in Booyah?
Well, I think in my opening statement, if I get the name right, is Bobby.
Yeah.
I think in my opening statement, I said that the civility of Booyah elections depends on several factors. And one of those factors is the candidate involved. All of the candidates signed the Farmington Agreement. And as a chairman of a political party, I know what the Farmington Agreement says. It says that all political actors should maintain civility. And so it's binding on each of the candidates contesting in these elections to know that there's something called the Farmington Agreement. Also, it also depends on the National Elections Commission. The National Election Commission should be able to treat candidates fairly, and it also depends on the government. The government should be able to provide security for each of these candidates, and those securities will be a representation of the government to be able to ensure that the process is not just free, but it's also transparent and fair. That's what I said. because anything that happens to NIMBA, to Division Number 5, affects NIMBA subsequently. And if NIMBA is currently in a position where she has the vice president of the country, it means we have the greater responsibility to provide civility, and also whether we voted for or or not, to be able to understand that we are in leadership now, And so it's important that all of these actors work together cooperatively to ensure free, fair, transparent elections. Some of the issues that happen during elections is that NEC herself, the complete mechanism is slow. And because NEC does not have a police, NEC depends on the justice system to be able to enforce its rules. It becomes difficult to handle these processes, because the government herself will also have a candidate there. So sometimes the enforcement mechanism is slow, and as such, it affects the process. But be as it may, like I said, we took part in one of the toughest elections in the county and in Liberia, because that was one of the elections that was being looked at keenly by everyone, which was the District Number 7 elections in 2023 that got Mr. Ability elected. So we had a meeting. We have our own tussle. We have misunderstanding. We had to ensure that we maintain civility within the elections, because we don't want District Number 5. None of the candidates want to see a divided District Number 5 or a District Number 5 that's going to be burned to the ground. So it behooves each of the candidates to see elections as a difference in thought, a difference in political ideas, to be able to preach the message to their supporters that, we all see things differently. On Okotoka sees this election differently. I have a different opinion about this election, and it's a competition of thoughts and ideas.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's get to you, Siawete.
Thank you. Good evening to Mr. Paul Zando Way. Long time. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, we manage our expectations.
Yeah, I got a few questions for you. I mean, it's a pleasure to meet you on this platform. Like you said, you came from a Bidete fraction, for which, the statement you have in your party for a few years, it led the quote-unquote, it splitted the party, where you have the Yombli faction and you have the Bidete faction. Now, my question is, after election, in fact, after the reconciliation, who is the current standard bearer of the party, and you as a person now, what's your position? Is the Liberty Party opposition, or is Alami with the government, with the both faction now? How do we describe the Liberty Party? Is your opposition, or is a member of the government? Because we have both.
Clearly, Liberty Party does not have Hello?
Hello? Yeah, Paul?
Yeah, we didn't get you.
I said the Liberty Party does not have a faction anymore. The Liberty Party has one Liberty Party, and the standard bearer is Senator Yombli Kangan Lawrence, who is the pro tempore of the Liberian Senate. The Liberty Party does not have a faction. When it comes to my stand, or the Liberty Party stand, firstly, let me go to the institutional part. like I said, the Liberty Party aligns with the Unity Party. And the Liberty Party supported Ambassador Boakai to be president. And so the Liberty Party has an agreement with the UP. So that is the agreement with the Liberty Party. When it comes to my personal role in the party, I'm still a member of the Liberty Party because I joined the Liberty Party in 2014 and became the chairman in 2015. And went back, went to school, came back and got re-elected. So I owe my loyalty to the Liberty Party. Interestingly, in Liberia, the way we see politics, we see it as something that when you are a part of something, you don't condemn it, or you don't criticize it, or you don't make statements, that contradict, the workings of the government. I personally don't see it that way. See how it is? I have participated in so many elections in Nimba, and I'm always the first to disagree because I believe that politics should be driven by ideas and visions, and that's why political parties have platform. So I believe that if this government does wrong and it's deviating from what it said it would do, it is important that we be able to bring the government back to track, regardless of which side. And I think Darius DeLong, which is the Vice Chair for Political Affairs, have been doing that as well. Sometimes he come up with sharp criticism on what the government should do. So unfortunately, in our society, people don't like truth. People don't like honest people. And which is obvious. Naturally, the street tree is the first to be cut. So nobody likes to hear the truth, but the truth is always the truth. So regardless of me being a part of anything, I'm always there to critique it. I'm one of those people who elected honorability, and I'm one of those people who critique him and his leadership. And when the time is right, or when I feel that it is time to openly criticize some of the decisions you have taken, decision number 7, I will do so. And I owe no apologies to anyone for that. That's who I am, and that's who I will be. So I don't. It's not because I support our ability to become representative, so I shouldn't criticize. No. So it's the same thing with national politics. I believe that when a government is elected to serve its people, it must be able to serve its people. And if it goes the contrary, that government should be able to be questioned or brought to book. Like American is always doing. Even though he's a member of the rescue team, but he's sometimes criticized the government, and I think it's objectivity that is needed in our society.
Yes,
Thank you. You supported the current district number 7 representative, for which you were one of the key players. In your words, you said it was one of the toughest election, to have won in Nimba. Now in Nimba, there are a lot of conversation from the citizens of District 7 that during the elections there were a series of projects and series of good way in the district. After electing the lawmaker now, they see some of his scholarship is being shifted to, most of his activity is being now shifted out of Nimba and out of district number 7. To add up to the question, since the insertion of honorability in district 7 as a lawmaker, how do you grade his administration, and what could be your thought about the citizens that supported the lawmaker? Do you see him? Do you see any picks for at this point, or everything is rose? How do you grade his administration? Because sometimes they say, "Oh, he used to build bridge. We used to do this. He used to contribute." But now, most time, he's now he's even a current political leader of a party, and they are saying he's not really focusing on the district. Is everything okay with District 7? How do you grade him?
Well, unfortunately, I hope we can have another time to talk about district number 7. And I would appreciate if we had a time to talk about district number 7. Unfortunately, we are here to talk about district number 5. So I'd like for us to stick to the topic and the subject, which is district number 5. When it comes to district number 7, I think honorability is doing well when it comes to development. I don't know whether before I was born, but since I was born, I'm about 40 years or more. I have not seen any lawmaker that have developed that district as compared to honorability. So I think he's doing well when it comes to development. And when it comes to other matter, like I said, I'm always the first person to criticize, because I don't feel that when it comes to being a part of the whole, you shouldn't criticize it. All of the politicians I work with, you can ask them. I work with Ida Gonglo Ware. I work with Harrison Conway. I work with Tigo Yole. I work with a lot of people. Honorability himself, they will tell you, I am an opinionated person, and I don't mind saying my mind to anybody. So when it comes to critiquing honorability's achievement, we will do so. We will do so because posterity will judge us. We elected him to be the representative of that district, and we owe it to our people to be able to critique him. But unfortunately, this conversation tonight is about district number 5. So I would appreciate if we stick to the subject of district number 5, because which is more critical and important, because in a few days we'll have district number 5 deciding who becomes the next representative.
Thank you very much. Mavosi?
Yeah, thank you. Paul, it's been a while.
Yeah, we hanging here holding on.
Yeah, I would want to maybe ask a question or two. I know election violence is not only unique to district number 5, and the case that we are hearing is not the only case that can be referenced when it comes to our national electioneering processes in Liberia. My question then is, as someone who has who have come of age in the politics of our country, who has a well measurable or quantifiable wealth of experience, and who is an active participant as far as politics is concerned in Liberia. What are some of the things you think could be done to strengthen our election process and to make our process an ideal competition than it is or it has been a competition of men? What can we do? What should be put into place? What legal mechanism you think could be advanced to to keep our processes away from violence. That's one. The second question is, yes, it'll be District 5, but I just want to, I mean, we are talking District 5, but I will sidetrack a little bit. I know you to be an institutional person. You've lived your time becoming one, which is something that I respect you for. Even though you are a brother, you know, that we know and respect, but you've proven to be an institutional person, holding all other facts constant, that the Liberty Party of today remains a component of the Rescue Alliance, and going to 2029, with the Rescue Alliance putting forth a candidate and understanding your personal relationship with the current leader of our district and he being on the ballot, what would be your role? What would be your decision? Where will you stand? Those are the only two questions I have for you.
So let me answer your question in the order of which you were posted. You asked number one, what are the legal mechanisms to be put into place? Like I said, there are several factors, or there are several layers that must be, you know, put into place. One is the security. With my experience in district number 7 in elections in Nimba, what we did in district number 7 was to make sure that there were a lot of presence of security during the campaign, and their attention were being called to issues that could spark of violence prior to the elections and on the day of elections. And also, every candidate need to have the right to be treated fairly. And like I said, NEC own complaint mechanism is slow, because NEC is like the United Nations. They don't have an enforcement mechanism, so NEC depends on the government. And sometimes the government is conflicted when it comes to putting on a candidate, because the government herself will feel a candidate in the elections. So sometimes politically the government will want to take a side. But I think when it comes to electioneering, or when it comes to elections, every candidate should be treated fairly, even if not equally, but fairly. Meaning, all of the candidates should be able to submit their campaign plan ahead of time, where they will campaign, where they will go throughout the period of the campaign. Let's say, for example, I will go to Yao Biadatu. From there, I'll go to B-Play on day 1, and day 2, I will shift and go to gameplay or whatever. That should be spelled out clearly, so that both candidates do not clash on the same day. The schedule need to be clear, because I saw right off from Boris Badier, and I also saw the agitation from the Kwagu side. The issue that led to the violence was that both candidates had similar schedule in the same place on the same day. And I don't know how that happened. So we need to look at that, because every party is required to submit their campaign plan to National Election Commission, especially the sub-office. So NEC need to know, the NEC officials need to know that and be able to safeguard that. And another thing is that besides the security, personal security of the candidate, which we call militant during elections, every candidate should have a police, a state security assigned to them to be with a mandate to ensure fair play. So these mechanisms need to be put into place. And the candidates themselves, who normally will sign on to the farming agreement, should be able to uphold that agreement. An agreement is an agreement, whether it's gentleman agreement, whether it's signed onto and rightly put it, the family agreement is something that's written. It states that everyone will abide by the rules and regulations of the election process. So it behooves a candidate to be able to live by that. When it comes to the Liberty Party, Mavasin, I'm one of those persons who sharply disagree with things in the Liberty Party currently. Even the process that led to the reconciliation, I have serious problem with some of the processes. But that will not cause me to leave the Liberty Party. People need to understand that I was in the Liberty Party before Honorability joined the Liberty Party. I joined the Liberty Party in 2014. Honorability joined the Liberty Party in 2015. So I was in the Liberty Party before Honorability came to the Liberty Party. So I will remain a member of the Liberty Party until otherwise. Political alignment does not change my opinion about who I am. I'm always somebody who is a part of anything. Like I said to Siawe earlier, when it comes to district number 7, we will make the right call at the right time. And don't think that currently we are not making those calls. We will continue to keep Honorability feet to the fire because we elected him. It was not based on friendship. It was based on certain principles that we elected him. So it's the same with the Liberty Party. It is not because the Liberty Party aligns with the Unity Party, so we should continuously agree with everything within the Liberty Party. I don't think so. Or we should continue to agree as member of the Liberty Party on everything that the Unity Party does. I don't think so. And like I said an example, or DeLong is one of those persons that's always, keeping the Unity Party feet to the fire. And that is the essence of politics. So in as much as the Liberty Party aligns with the Unity Party, we must be able to see the wrong that is being carried out within the Unity Party led government, and also praise the government when it is needed. And if I was to be conflicted with my relationship with Honorability, then by now I will join the CMC. But until now, I have not joined the CMC, and I'm yet to join the CNC because I believe that my position as a member of the Liberty Party was never because of Honorability. I joined the Liberty Party because I believe in the ideologies of the Liberty Party, which is the 4R. And I still believe that Liberia will be what it is or what it wants to be if we were to uphold the 4Rs, which are the dream and vision of the vision part of the Liberty Party. So until I see it otherwise, I'm still a member of the Liberty Party, and it cannot be conflicted with my relationship with Honorability. My relationship with Honorability is because of district number 7. He's my brother and big brother. Both of us parents, mother hail from district number 7. We are nephew, and by tradition of district number 7, we are the owners of district number 7. The man will say name gele koka, so name no koka, and we are the one that district number, especially Second P was used. The name daughter was used to establish the what we call today we bay on a back. So we know that history. So it cannot be conflicted because of my relationship with Honorability. I remain a member of the Liberty Party, and I'm the current chairman of the Liberty Party. Duly elected too. So as a matter of fact, I was the only chairman who was elected in the 15 counties. So I remain part of the Liberty Party. So it cannot be conflicted because of my relationship. No. I don't do politics just on the basis of relationship. I move my ideas.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's get to you, Sergio Atulbe.
Yeah, thank you, Alfonso. Once again, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, depending on your location. Welcome to our brother, Paul Zalando White. I'm also sorry for coming late today. I had some national engagement, so I have to come in late. We are concerned about Booyah election.
When people who enjoy the government speaking, you know.
I agree. Thank you. I agree, mate. So, I'm concerned about the incident that took place in Booyah yesterday. I don't know the gentleman who, the incoming lawyer, everything he referred to as the legal practitioner on the show, had gotten any information about investigation results from Booyah election, dispute yesterday. So we are concerned. Again, I'm happy that today the president dedicated the barrack in Sanikole to enforce his chief.
Sadra.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, the question you asking you.
Well, how can I just on the show? Just ask questions like that, man. No, I didn't start. I didn't start the show along with you. I give you my mind first. If I have questions before I ask. If I don't have questions, I don't force you to ask questions, but I can make comment.
But can we go to those questions?
All right. If like question, just go ahead. I don't have questions for anyway because I know why not even involved with Booyah activity too much to asking for Booyah. No, I don't call election. So I can be interested to hear that.
Okay, welcome to the show, Jimmy Zewube and B. Magluon. You've been following the show. Do you have any question to ask Paul White? Jimmy? Jimmy, if you're not ready, go to the next person. Are you ready, Jimmy?
Go to the next person quick, yeah?
Okay. B. Magluon, welcome to the show. Your brother Paul, where is here? He is here giving some other encouragement to the people of Booyah, discouraging the issue of violence. Do you have any question to ask him? Okay. So other than how the internet issue in Liberia now, and so they are going off coming on. I'll call it John.
Yeah. I would like to ask few questions to Mr. Paul, ranging from the security issues in District 5. District 5 is one of the remote districts in Liberia. According to information, the Buto Police Depot have only 4 police officers, and the border between Liberia and Ivory Coast, that is in Butu, has only 1 immigration officer. We've had government upon government coming and going. And you know the history of Butu town specifically. I'm not talking about the entire district number 5. What do you think is holding the government back since UN left Butu for them to carry a barrack in that area?
So when it comes to the police, the problem with the police have been that the entire security sector identified that most people did not have interest in joining the police because the UN set a benchmark for joining the police, and it says firstly you must be a college, you must have at least a college degree or be a high school graduate, and then they went lower from high school graduate to at least junior high and so forth. So most people did not want to join the police because they did not see the police as being an attractive area security sector to be a part of, owing to the fact that the payment or salary of the police, logistics wire and so forth. So it's a national issue, but I think the current leadership of the police is doing her best. Gregory Como is trying. They have an agreement with the AMEU University where they are recruiting criminal justice students to be a part of the police. I'm also aware of the Cottington University where I work. As a matter of fact, my college, the Liberal Arts College, wherein the police have an agreement with the Cottington University Criminal Justice Department to recruit students. As a matter of fact, 7 of our graduates took the test and 6 were able to make the test, and they are going to be part of the police. And beginning next year, all of the senior students will also be a part. Will go to the police training. They're going to open a training area and the police station on Cottington University campus, so that students who are enrolling into the criminal justice department can be like cadet police until they graduate and decide where they want to, which part of the security sector they want to work. So if you do that, you institutionalize the police. And coming from a background of institutional development, I think the police, like any other security sector, need to be more developed in terms of its capacity, in terms of its training, and in terms of its manpower development, to make sure that those who have served in the police for a certain length of time can be able to acquire promotions and a training to become officers, so that those who are cadet can be able to advance to the level of senior police officers, and then those who are emerging can believe that they too are able to get there. If you have Alfonso being the host today, and tomorrow Alfonso goes and get promoted to being the manager of BKTV, you know, then the other co-host would know that, well, I can take Alfonso's position. And then the person next to him can have a hope that, you know, he too have a future. People need to see themselves and see their future into the police. So if you have a police officer who's making $70, who doesn't have a correct uniform, who doesn't have, you know, because you can't send somebody to Butu. I've been all part of Nima. Unfortunately, I've traveled all of the 39 clans in Nima. I've traveled in all of them. So I can tell you the distance you are talking about to even be there as a police officer that's not carrying arm. And to even say that you only have 2 police officers that is sad, and which is a reality. So you need to make the police attractive, and to make sure that you develop institutional development, institutional management is key, so that you make the sector attractive, so that all people want to be part of the police. The reason why most people want to join the U.S. Marine or join the U.S. Army is because the U.S. Marine has certain privileges and benefits, and that sector is more attractive. So people will want to see the future in that. So the police needs, like any other security sector, needs to have institutional development. It's key.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much. Jimmy, you wanted to ask question. You went. You ready now? Ask a question, Jimmy. Or you don't have question?
Well, good evening to the people of Booyah, and good evening to all of the panelists. Let me say hi to the guest, and we want to appreciate all of us. For now, I don't have any question for now. Maybe I'll make comment when the time comes.
Okay, thank you.
I don't have any question.
Thank you very much. So, can we get Paul parting comment, or Gian, you want to ask a question, then we can get a parting statement?
Yeah, I still want to go to Paul. You know, I see Paul as a very young person who is trying to develop the minds of young people. Looking at District 5 as a very remote district, always we experience election violence in that district. What do you think is the right approach to end electoral violence in District number 5?
So, like Mavasin said earlier, every elections have, if not managed properly, have the propensity to develop electoral violence. And like every other society, people are prone to want to disobeying the law. Human being as a whole, we don't like to live by rules. And that's why in international religion they say the war is anarchic in nature, because nobody wants to have a war that has rule. So people will always want to have their will. But elections is a process, and every process has rules, and every rules must be respected, especially an agreed upon rule. If we say today, everyone who comes on BKS TV should be able to wear yellow stripe, and it's an agreed upon rule. Before I come on here, I should be wearing a yellow stripe. If I don't have a yellow stripe, I shouldn't be a part of it. So you cannot go to an election process or electoral process and say you don't live by the rule. But what is happening in Buyao, from the little knowledge I have about Nima politics, is that the Nyo, the We, the Yao, all of those people feel that they have certain right or certain what word should I use? They have certain lineage to the candidates. So, for example, the people of Yao feel that it is this person's time to be represented. So they owe loyalty to that person. And if the man from Yao comes to Yao, he should be able to understand that this is this man's territory. That should be discouraged. There is nowhere like territory in elections. Everyone is free to campaign everywhere. So you can't say, for example, the people from Yao will not campaign in Yao. From a little knowledge of the process there. So that is the issue. With my experience in district number 7, when we were campaigning for honorability, they said people can't go to Bai. Bai was a strong war on Doma. In fact, when honorability go to Bai, they will put their own outside, they will do this, they will do that. In fact, the day you go there, they will shoot up and a whole lot of myth, fallacies. But we went there. We campaigned there. And Rodoma were also free to come to Saklepi and also campaign there. So there is no, it's not like a sovereignty to say somebody has a territorial sovereignty, to say Liberia has autonomy over her border, or the Yao people have autonomy over Yao. So if Boris Bali is on Yao, Kodokrago, who's from yours, should not go to Yao to campaign. It shouldn't be like that. And people must understand, like I said in my opening statement, that elections is an exchange of idea. And that exchange of idea should not amount to enmity. It's the same thing with our national process. People who did not support the CDC, when the CDC came to power, it ostracized or sidelined those people. The same thing when the United Party came to power, those who did not support the United Party, whether they were technocrats or technicians, they were pushed aside. So it's not about having autonomy. It's about developing the idea that we have to move Buyao further. All of what we are saying, whether this election lasts for the next 1 year, we'll have only one winner. And that one winner will have to be the representative of the people of Buyao, whether you voted for them or not. So we got to understand that. And once we understand that, once our politicians understand that, those who are contesting the candidates understand that, we'll have a peaceful elections. So, Gio, all I can say to you, you know, to be able to sum up, or the key takeaway is that whether it's Cotto, whether it's Boris, because those are two people currently we're talking about, they should understand that nobody has a territory, nobody has an autonomy. You know, if it was so, then we were told, you know, we were told, Ambassador Baga, don't go to the surface to campaign, or don't go campaign. No, everybody must be able to be. That is the fairness, and that's what democracy begins with elections. And elections should be free, fair, transparent. You know, whether Boris doesn't have more security, state security as compared to Qatar, but each of them should have state security assigned to them. It is not about being treated equally, but being treated fairly, meaning they are given the opportunity to campaign everywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Efansa, I beg you, before you ask him for his parting comment, I want to ask this question, very personal to me. I know maybe some of the listeners might like this. Why do you think, as a lecturer of, you know, a university, why do you think that most people in Liberia vie for political positions, especially those we call the professional ones, leaving a medical doctor, leaving the medical field, vying for a representative position? You will see expert of geology leaving the geology field, vying for a political position, and over 15% will be vying for one position in Liberia. What do you think is the cause?
It's because people see politics as a means to an end, and people see politics as a place of getting job and not service. When people get to political position, they are going to serve their people. And when you are going to serve, you should understand that service should be above everything. The reason why plenty people will come to politics, when they say presidential election, you have 25, 30 candidates, because people see it as a means of getting job. Whether they win or not, they will get job. They will be at the table to negotiate. Look at the country right now, Gio. This government got to power 2023. We are in 2025. You already have CMC. You have PAP, Sir Joseph No party that just came out today. Yet we are still in 2025, right? Excluding the existing political party, you got two new political parties that have emerged. We are still in 2025. We're talking 2026, we're talking 2027, we're talking 2028. So if 3 or 2 other political parties will come in the ensuing years, maybe 2026, 2027, 2028, 3 years before 2029, if we should have 3 political parties, you know what we're talking about, Gio? We're talking about 12 political parties, new political parties that will be established before 2029, because people see elected positions as a means of getting job or a means of being on the table to be able to negotiate. But if we're paying our lawmakers $1,500 or $2,000 and paying houses for our legislators, Gio, when you become representative, they will say the other half number 5 people in Nima County. When you become representative, you go there. When you leave, I go there. Nobody will want to become representative, trust me. But because by the time you become representative, they give you a new car. So until we can begin to have these reforms, right? Let's build a legislative complex for our lawmakers. Let's say, for example, we build 4 apartments for legislators and have 5 apartments for the senators, so that we don't have to pay rent for them. Let's buy a uniform vehicle for lawmakers, so that they don't have to decide what car they ride. When you go into a district, you get your Azuzu half body to carry. When you in Morovia, you have your late used car to carry to work. You know, we need to begin to make the politics on the track, where people get a political position to just, people see as a means to an end. So if we don't see these positions as a means, as a place of service, people will continue to want to come there.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Paul Lando. Yes, Lando. Wait. Let's have your party comment. Thank you for coming. Let's have your party comment. Sir.
I want to thank you for inviting me on this show, and we want to make this clear on call to our brother. Interestingly, both of the candidates, we know each other personally, and we've interacted. I want to call on Brother Boris Balier, on Koto Kragu, and all the other candidates who are contesting in district number 5 this evening. We want to say that NEMA is all we have. NEMA is the only common denominator we have. We are all proud to come from NEMA. And I can tell anyone, even if I was to reincarnate, I would want to come from NEMA. I'm proud to come from NEMA, like everyone else. So we should be able to focus on what we can do to develop us, than to tear us apart. Let's not allow politics to tear us apart. We are brothers, we'll continue to remain brothers, we'll continue to remain friends. So we should understand that. And nobody wants this one number 5 to be burned to the ground. There is always another elections. Interestingly, this election is to fill the vacant position created by the elections on Rokoga. If you don't win this election, you still have an opportunity to contest against that candidate. When they're telling you enter in 2029. So you still have a chance. It is not a matter of life and death. So let's understand that, and let's make sure that Buyao is safe, and Buyao has a chance to elect one of his sons. I want to thank you for inviting me on this platform, Afanso. We want to call on our national government and our brothers who are working in government to understand that when you have an opportunity to serve, you should understand that other people who have, where you sit, other people have sat there before. Before I came to continue to work, like I'm always telling folks, there were other people who serve in the position I'm serving today. And when I leave, other people will come there. What remains is my legacy. What I do, what I occupy that position. Let's not use our positions to tear us apart, but to unite us. If I have to come back to you in 2029, Gion, to say, please can support me, I should leave a room for coming back to you in 2029. You shouldn't burn all the bridges. Then when you come back 2029, then we say, we listen to you, then you say, oh, amen, amen. No, you should have that leverage. We should be able to create the opportunity that every young Nimbayan who's working in government today know that another young Nimbayan was in that position, or another Liberian is capable of serving that position. NEMA is all we have. NEMA is all we will have. NEMA is all we can have if we make it for our children in our future. I want to thank the government and the people, our brother, the Honorable Vice President, other people who are currently serving the country, and to also encourage them to do more. There were too many promises made in 2023, and we have to live up to the promises. Let's forget about 2029 and implement why we were elected in 2023, because 2029 is still far. People are watching, the citizens are watching, and they will come back to give the report card in 2029.
Thank you.
They say politicians think about the next elections, but leaders think about the future.
Thank you. Thank you. You always work on the platform. We are hoping to call you here to discuss national issues at any time. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
God bless you and good night.
Thank you. John, over to you there.
Thank you so much for being here tonight, Mr. Paul Landa Way Jr., Liberty Party Chairman, Nima Chapter. Thank you very much for being here tonight.
You're welcome.
Very good. Again, folks, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Heat Tower here on BKS Television, the #1 and premium TV station right now operating in Nima County. Of course, we have with us this evening Armstrong Kobasileko. I call him Controversial Armstrong. It's been a while since we talked and we see each other here again. He's a big brother. He's a father figure.
Leader of the
Armstrong,
Pumonas.
show this evening.
Let me say good evening to you. Let me say thank you to all of you at BKS. I'm happy to be on studio this afternoon or this evening because too many times we are set a schedule to be on this program, but things are not been going our way. But I'm happy to be on studio this afternoon or this evening. And I want to say this that like I told DK and those who invited me, I don't have my feeling. If I'm on the show, I will speak my mind and I'll be very exhausted. I just want to be clear with that. I thank you.
I mean, that's why we say the Heat Tower. The only thing we don't do here is to fight war. On the Heat Tower, we say dialogue, but not confrontation. We say words, but not bullets. So again, we want to welcome you to the show, even though I'm a little bit angry because Matone say everything combined together. But again, we're going to go to District 5. We have the opportunity to have you here this evening. And a couple of things you've been engaged with lately. But let's start firstly with District number 5. Then we can come to Nima County, Asila Mentai, and all of that. Again, I know almost everybody here know you. You are a well-known person in Nima County. The name Armstrong is not a name that people don't know. So let's dive into the issue. What's your stand in District number 5 by election? Who are you supporting?
Firstly, I want to be clear. I am the political advisor to Samuel Gongwen Koga, and I have a huge respect for Honorable Samuel Gongwen Koga, who I consider as a big brother, father, and mentor. Koga is teaching me legislative politics as I'm about to join him by 2030, and I respect him. And for that, I am very, very optimistic that we would play a pivotal role starting from 2030. In my opinion, Koga as a person is one of the gifts that God I ever given to Nimba, and I respect him. Friendly speaking, from the beginning, I wanted to support Boris Badier. Boris Badier has been my choice of candidate throughout. But again, Honorable Samuel Gongwen Koga appealed to me that we all support Augustin Mekwo because it is a childhood friend, a choice of candidate. So I have to submit to Honorable Samuel Gongwen Koga, who having to be a big brother and father. Because of the respect I have of Samuel Gongwen Koga, we decided to support Augustin Mekwo. During the election, I advised Honorable Koga that before supporting Mekwo, we should be able to seek we should be able to seek audience with the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia to seek his turn. And we met the Vice President, we talked to him, he gave us the green light that Augusto Mekwo was the choice of the Vice President and everyone.
I'm sure your network is really, really bad.
I personally wrote the Vice President a letter that he responded to that based on the choice of Honorable Samuel Gongwen Koga, I was going to support the Vice President myself. That is the winnable candidate, and that is the candidate that we are all supporting. We believe he's the best, mature, responsible, respectful, earnest, and sincere, and he's the only man that can lead Buyana. So to answer your question, I'm supporting Honorable Augusto Mekwo.
Thank you. Now, I would take you a little bit from District 5 with this question. Which political party are you affiliating with currently?
Junior,
Yes, sir.
sorry, 1 minute, Ashkan. He was speaking, but then he was breaking in between there. The conversation they had, we did not really get what he was saying.
I'm sure, are you there?
Shawty, my issue is clear. I'm supporting Augusta Mekwa based on the instruction from Honorable Samuel Gongben Koga, my political leader who I'm serving as a political advisor to him. I'm clear that the Vice President, myself, and Honorable Samuel Gongben Koga, the Senator and the next godfather of Nima County, we all support Augusta Mekwa. That is our position, and that position was taken based on sufficient consultation. We went to Ome Copper Croft make it with Ome Copper Croft make it with 100 United to endorse Augusta Mekwa, Koga Kennedy. We also met the Vice President. He accepted that Augusta should be the next Senate representative of Buyao. So it's a consensus decision based on consultation that we all agree to support Augusta Mekwa. And Augusta Mekwa is my candidate, and he's the best in the race, the most mature, responsible person in the race. We support Augusta Mekwa.
Thank you. I mean, I have a lot of questions just from the little explanation you just did, because we had the senator here recently. He told us that he's not supporting any candidate in the race. He's staying neutral. And of course, the vice president to appear voice Agompa, he said the same thing. But you now, sir, as the political advisor to the senator, you're saying this is a unanimous decision. The senator is supporting Augustus Mekwa. You are supporting Augustus Mekwa. I don't know which side I should go or which side I should listen to. But let me ask you this question. Which political party are you affiliating with currently in Liberia? Chief Ashkran, are you there?
I'm here. You getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you now. Which political party are you affiliating with currently in Liberia?
Firstly, I'm on sabbatical leave. I'm not part of a political party, but I can assure you that I'm a political advisor to Musa Hassan Belete. I'm also a political advisor to Samuel Gongben Koga. Koga asked me for us to join MDR, which I'm studying keenly, and Musa Belete has also reached out to me that will support his CMC, which I'm also studying. But my wife asked me that I remain neutral between now to the end of the year to decide. I'm not part of no political party for now.
Thank you. I will turn over to the rest of the panelists. We are here a lot. Afonso, you can ask one question on this round. We are in District 5. After you will go to Shadrach, then share with you the rest of the panelists. Afonso, let's hear
you. Big brother Armstrong, welcome to the show. You know your assertion, your statement that you support Honorable Menkwa. The senator has come here to say he's remaining neutral. The vice president said he's also neutral in the process. So your statement now is look conflicting. How do you address the statement from the senator and the vice president? Are they being sincere, or are they doing some double, or playing some double standard game? Against the people of Buyao? Armstrong, you getting me?
I think Armstrong want to go outside. He could speak to us. So let's be patient while he changes location very shortly. Again, folks, if you're just joining us, you're listening to the Heat Hour here on BKS Television. On the Heat Hour, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullet. Well, like I say, good evening to you and welcome to the show, darling. We are watching us from Monrovia, Liberia. We also like to
You
say,
getting me clear now? You getting me clear now?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
sir.
Did you get my question? Or I should re-ask?
They trying to read Monrovia. I'm not getting clear. Please read the question now. I beg you, Chief.
Okay, let me make my question short. You just said you supporting you, Koga, and the vice president unanimously agreed to support Honorable Menkwa, and the vice president are gone mean is not supporting anybody in the election, and the senator also said he's neutral in the process. So what is your statement? I mean, I those guys and plus you playing double standard game with the people of Booyah.
Abscra, are you hearing me?
I'm getting network is giving out, but I'm carrying you now. What you say? In Duporo, the network is giving out, and let's talk.
Are you and the senator, vice president playing double standard game with the people of Booyah when they said they are not supporting anybody in the race, and you confirming that they are supporting somebody?
The vice president, myself, including Honorable Koga, we are supporting Augusto Menkwa. I am not stupid to say that it was agreed upon that we are supporting Augusto Menkwa. If the vice president want to play game like you always do, like a business, it's not my business. I'm not wealthy than him. I'm a clear person. The vice president myself, there's a text message exchange, there's a written document that was supporting Augusto Menkwa. The vice president and myself, including Koga and myself, agreed that I was supporting Augusto Menkwa. If they want to play game, that's the two of them business. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a family man, a responsible man, a man with 5 children. I'm supporting Augusto Menkwa because they agree. But if they are not agree for me to support Augusto Menkwa, I will support Boris Badier. Boris Badier is my friend and my brother, and Boris Badier wanted me to support him, but because Koga and the vice president asked me that we all remain together to support Augusto Menkwa, that's why we support Augusto Menkwa. So I'm not part of that game. Any game Koga and the vice president play, that's their business.
Thank you very much.
So do you see? One question, right?
Yeah, one more question. You're not going
any further. I didn't know. IFA said too. Sorry. You can go ahead.
Shadrach, let's hear you. We have the most controversial Ashkongo Vasilako on the show, Shadrach. I mean, it's interesting tonight. Let's hear you. Your one question to the honorable man.
Good evening to my dear brother Armstrong, the man of Vasilako.
Thank you, brother. Good evening.
Armstrong, I listened to you keenly, and you did explain about the involvement of the senator of Nema, Honorable Samuel Koga, and the current vice president of Liberia, Honorable Jabak Kong, involvement in Booyah politics. But both statements made that start clear that they are neutral in the politics, but you say it was consensus. You guys had a document or they agreed to support Menkwa, and they are not coming to say anything or speaking or giving support openly. What kind of support are you giving? Is it financial support on a cover, or I don't know, say the different way?
First, my brother, I'm the face of the young people of Nima. I don't play game like Koga and Kung. Kung and Koga, they feel they are wealthy, they could play game. I do not have money to play game. I'll be very, very clear with them. We agree to support Menkwa. There's nothing in hidden here. Kung and Koga should be very clear to support. There is no neutrality in politics. The both of them are giving money on a call to people and not being very clear to people is a deception, and I hate that. I hate deception. Kodo Kwagwe is receiving money from the vice president of any quarter, and all the funny picking there going to that Booyah there, making all kind of irresponsible statement, causing violence, beating people, and doing all kind of nonsensical things. And the vice president is aware of it, and he know that we agree with supporting Augusto Menkwa. I got text message, I got written document that I can prove in a competent court of jurisdiction. We are supporting Menkwa. If they want to play game, that's their business. I am not living with them. I'm very clear we are supporting Augusto Menkwa.
I'm just going to beg you. Can you please share with us this communication? We want to balance the story here because The vice president had gone on media. You, like you said, you are the face of the young people in Nima County. For you to maintain your position and your status as a face of the young people, can you share with us that communication you're talking about?
We will do it later on.
Okay,
Let's begin with the
great.
show.
All right, no problem. See how it is. Let's hear you.
Thank you, Junior. Good evening to Mr. Serekbo. It's a pleasure to see you on the show.
Thank you.
Well, I listened to you from your explanation in district number 5, the current happening there. Now you are supporting Honorable Menkwa. Based on quote unquote the conversation that you had, and as a political advisor to let's just say Honorable Koga, who publicly have said he's not supporting Honorable Menkwa. And you as a person, you have your political right to do. So do you see the position of Honorable Koga distancing himself from the election to also play on your political career too as well? Because you being a political advisor, do you think your advice help in the process?
Firstly, let me be very clear and verbose to you. The vice president office is becoming acrimoniously disrespectful to the people of Nima. The office of Jeremiah Kwaku is irresponsible and reckless. They have continuously refused to recognize Honorable Koga as a senior senator and the godfather of Nima. Since we won the election, they have not been able to recognize us. Senator Prince Yomi Johnson had 20 persons on his payroll, including 7 of his children. Koga had 15 persons on his payroll. After the payroll, Koga also have Koga inherited 46 persons on campaign team. Koga alone get 96 persons to be employed. In Koga office, you need 20 persons. Koga is going through a lot. The entire Nima looking at Koga like he will betray the vice president. The vice president is telling people that Koga will betray him. He is now opening up to Koga. He has been very, very obnoxious to Koga. There is no way Koga has been respected. The entire Nima County, the elders, the traditional leader expected that me and I will be a minister now in government. But guess what? My knee not even the vice president desk. It's because those reckless, the irresponsible children in the vice president office continue to gossip that any attempt to give Koga the chance to make people Koga will be very powerful than the vice president. There is an existing rivalry. There is an existing rivalry between the vice president and Koga ongoing now. That rivalry will not come on. I know it will come on one day. I know Koga will not stay with the vice president of the 2029 because of the way the vice president office is pushing Koga. They are suffering Koga too much. They want us to go against Koga, but we will not do so. Koga team is going through a lot, but will not talk. But the truth of the matter is Koga has to remain neutral because he was set up. Koga, we agree on Koga Kura Farm. Where Koga Kura gave $100 USD to us, I received the money that Augusta Menkwa Koga Church will be. They killing it in Buyao. For us to come back, then the vice president of the turning around, it's a disrespect to the godfather of Nima. Koga is the godfather. The vice president is the head of the country, not Nima. He had Liberia now. He's the second main command. So that they respect the bringing to her, that they Koga their business, but that's not my business. In my opinion, I'm supporting Menkwa. If Koga is scared, I'm not scared. I don't live with nobody. I'm a male of 5 children. I'm not scared of nonsense.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's hear from you, Jimmy Zerwo. I mean, this is the point of the show. You can have your say.
No, brother, Mavasi, you are coming in.
Yeah, we're going to Mavasi and Becky. Let's align.
No, I think you wanted to say something.
Mavasi want to debunk some of the statement. I know Mavasi want to say something.
Well, it's not just a matter of debunking statement. I think the call that was placed to our guest has direction. And so when we are on the show, we should be able to discuss issues void of our own sentimental, feelings, and stop the use of derogatory statement on state actors. I don't think Goba is in a place to discuss activities between Koga and the vice president. Koga himself has appeared on a show. He's spoken for himself, and we've cross-examined him. To have one man considering himself political advisor to different parties, take actors in the same community, I don't see any sense of ideas in it. And so we should not be able to dignify people, to give them the platform to raise insult on dignitaries or leaders of our community. That is wrong. He has come to discuss a particular issue. Let him remain. If he has any issue with the vice president, this is not a platform for him to come and spew out, I would say gibberish. That's uncalled for, and we will not accept it. The vice president is the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, and he was elected duly, and he's doing his constitutional job. So people that go back should not use the office of the vice president or the name of vice president to dignify themselves. That's so wrong. We should not accept it and should not give him the platform to do that. That's wrong.
Thank you, Mr. Mafasin.
My hand was up, but they never recognize me. Thank you so much, because
I beg you. You see, the reason why when we bring guests on this show, we always tell them that you stay professional in your thought, don't bring insult on leaders, is because we want to stay professional in the discussion. Some of us, we are very neutral. I might know Koga, we from Yor, he's my father. But if Goga is saying anything political here, that's between he and Koga. I don't know whether Goba had any other discussion with Koga on Corpus Fire, this and that. But once Goba is staying neutral, staying professional in his discussion, I don't got a problem with that. But again, let's go to you, Jimmy. Your one question to Armstrong. Armstrong, you can respond to Goba and all of to Jimmy when it's your time. Let's hear you, Jimmy.
Okay, good evening to the face of the young people. Goba Serebo.
How are you?
I'm good. From your explanation, you said the senator and the vice president, including you, the three of you agreed to support Honorable Mekua. I want to know, when was that agreement made? Was it done before the MDR primary or after the MDR primary?
Firstly, hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm getting you.
First, let me deal with Marcos. I'm not looking for a job like you. We in Canada want job in Liberia. I am not looking for a job like you. I don't need nothing from this government. I want to be very clear with you. I remain unapologetic about my statement. I said the vice president and myself will Koga say there are no insult in my word. Because some of you have to use people's view to look for your job at executive mansion. I want to be very clear. If Grace Pay die, you want a job, that's your business. I'm very clear with you. I am clear to the point. Now to your question. The vice president, myself, and Koga, we agreed that we are going to support Mekua. It was a decision made and agreed upon. I wrote the vice president, he accepted in a written term. It was not a verbal term. He was very verbatim that we are going to accept Augusto Mekua as our team. So if the vice president allow his office to play game, Jemaku is a businessman. He live his life as a businessman. He know how to play game. I am not a businessman. I am an ordinary person, a poor boy who is an orphan. All my parents are dead. I'm looking for food to eat. I don't play game. I'm not playing game. I'm not a Mafasi and all who looking for a job. I don't need job from anybody. I'm very clear with this issue that we agree as political advisor of Koga. I was the one who asked Koga that he should go and consult the vice president. Koga consulted the vice president, and vice president gave a go ahead. We consulted Koba Kro. As a matter of fact, it was Koga and myself that went to Grand Judea to bury Doe. When we went to Grand Judea to bury Doe, that thing, many Nimapo ran away when we buried Doe. During the burial Doe, when we returned, we met to Koba Kro farm. He gave us $100 US. Now what kind of custom make what? If they change it based on their personal differences and their rivalry on, I do not have interest in it. I'm not an MDR man. I'm not a UP man. I'm a sedition. I have nothing to do with their misunderstanding, their rivalry. A Koga and Chemagu don't speak. It got nothing to do with me. If they miss it, that are business. Anything they do that are business. I got nothing absolutely to do with it. I was supposed to make war. It was an agreement we went on yesterday, and I will stick by my agreement. Look, I'm a man, man, you don't take a net from the pack as a leader and you put it aside for it. Anything you take net from the pack, you must use it. It's a man of parable. I'm a guinea man. I'm not a gill man. I'm clear with you people. You're a gill man, I'm clear with it. I'm very, very clear. If a vice president and Koga want to play game, that's their business. I don't live with them. I'm a manufacturer. My children live with me. I don't live with nobody anymore. I'm clear with it. If I have a girlfriend or child, they live with me. I don't live with anybody. I'm clear. And very, very clear. My husband go look for a job. I know you want to be agriculture minister. That's your business. Now you will careful to you and children in America, but it's not my business. I'm clear. We agree with somebody make war. I'm somebody make war. And I'm very, very clear with it.
Thank you.
Gian, 1 minute, please.
I come here, I beg you.
No, 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute.
I beg you.
Can we direct our question now to the topic on discussion?
I've said it. Our question stays with District 5. I mean, I can't keep repeating now. Okay, panelists, let's do it like this. We asking question about District 5, the incident that happened in District 5. So please direct your question in that way. I beg you.
That continue with it now.
Yeah, I beg you. Ashkan, please. You might be saying something nice, but most of our followers saying the way you're speaking, it seems like you are angry with the vice president because you send your need to him to be minister for youth and sport and they let you down. That's why you're speaking this hatch. So I beg you, let's keep it on a low key and have a very, enjoyable conversation. Mr. Maferson, over to you, your one question.
Well, thank you, Jim. At least I'm grateful to God that I have a profession to live on, and I'm living my profession. I'm not one of those whose the elders take his name to the vice president and expect him to be minister. I'm not one of those. But one thing I would say is not just a question, is that we should be within the confines of our discussion and follow the point. That will make the information dissemination responsibility more achieved. So using your egos to discuss issues that borders on the lives of people, because leadership is about people, is quite unfortunate, and we will want to x-ray our guests so that we can be able to have a fair discussion. I just don't want to, I don't see a question to ask because the self-abrogated responsibilities that people have given themselves to dignify themselves is not worth my attention, and I don't see a question to ask because you won't answer it. Thank you.
Thank you, Maferson. Over to you, Ellis Dennis. Let's hear your one question to Armstrong. You are muted, Chief.
You are muted. Let's talk. You have to mute.
Yeah, because the man refused to call my elder name. That's why I'm forcing with him.
You're not saying my smart thing. You're talking about error. You see your friend Killer Boy here last night and message you not get time for error need.
Yeah, but that's your business. That's your business.
Anyways, let's go to the discussion.
Yeah, the brother that just spoke right now, I don't know what his name again. I get my glasses on, so I can't really see the names on the screen. Armstrong. Okay, Armstrong, how you doing? Hello.
Hearing you, go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm Alex Dennis. From the tone of your voice, I heard frustration. I heard a lot of things going on. But we are asked to ask only one question. My question to you is, when you, the vice president, and the senator discuss that you guys were supposed to support Mekua, what was your initial stand, or who were you leaning towards to support before this agreement came in?
You said Boris Badi, you asked a question in the year.
No,
I was not here from the
let me
beginning.
talk for myself.
I was not here from the
was
beginning. Okay, good.
clear.
Say you said yes. No, okay. Let's forget about that. So,
Everybody have been my true up.
no.
But
That question.
the
That question.
senator
Don't answer
being a
again. Don't.
political advisor to
I take my
Koga.
question back.
No, let me make it clear. Being a political advisor to Koga, Koga is like a big brother and father to me. If Koga tell me, say, I'm learning from Koga, everything Koga say, I see it as a truth. If Koga tell me, say, let go my way, I have to go away. But in my view, everybody is a very good man. So if Koga tell me, say, that go to Koto, not that Koto, they go to Mekwa, and we went to Mekwa, and the vice president and myself, we agree. If the vice president come to court, I can prove it that we agree. I can prove it beyond all reasonable doubt that we agree that we're going to support Mekwa. The vice president agree with me. I communicated with him directly. I did not say third party that we are going to support Mekwa. For him to someone saw all now, because he always say when Mekwa win, Koga will be too powerful, and because of that, he will not let Koga to be powerful, and he agree with office. That's a business. I'm not part of here Koga game. I'm an orphan. My parents are there. I'm not up for that.
I took my question back. But
No, it's okay.
Mr. Armstrong,
No, Era, we'll come back to the second round of questioning. I beg you. The second round, you got to hold on because everybody up there will ask question too. Menede Duo, welcome to the show this evening. Let's hear your one question to answer.
My question.
All right. Good evening to all of you guys. Like the General regularly said, I'm middle day. The son of Nimba residing in Virginia, USA. Armstrong, you there?
Armstrong listening.
Okay. Fellow panelists, I'm really finding hard to understand the guest this afternoon or this evening. I'm sorry, because almost everything he's saying it just appears to me that he's just raising allegations without no evidence. But how be it? My question to Armstrong, is he here?
No, Armstrong left.
Armstrong go probably I never.
They guess your bro here. I can't. I sat down for almost 30 minutes now. I'm not getting anything from him. But I hope he comes back. I hope he comes back.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Armstrong is my really good big brother. And we've been with Armstrong in Sanipoli for a very long time. You see, Armstrong always loved to be on the side of opposition. He not let it be in position. The little relationship he has with the vice president right now, I can tell you for free, maybe it will end some way, somehow, from this election. Some kind of way will end. Because with all of the media platform Armstrong have appeared on, he has accused the vice president, the senator, the vice president, all of them. And not they say, but from a credible information, he said he wanted to be Minister of Youth and Sport. I don't know what happened, what didn't happen. Armstrong said he's going to Monrovia to be Minister of Youth and Sport. But yet then, Armstrong is not Minister of Youth and Sport up till now. But this is Armstrong's way of, saying things. So I beg you, nobody should take it personal against Armstrong here tonight. Armstrong is voicing his view out. If you got anything contrary to his statement, you can voice yours out. That's what we are.
That's not personal, Jim. That's not personal. Because one of the things that
do you have a question for him?
Yeah, I got a question for him.
Okay, let's go.
Armstrong, how you doing? And thank God that you are back. I've been following you, even though you've been, raising a lot of allegations. But yeah, my question to you. You say you are advisor to the senator and that of the vice president, as a vessel as you claim, you think, taking into consideration that NDR produced Kennedy, which of course we all know that the vice president and that the senator came from NDR. Taking into consideration as a good advisor as you claim, don't you think it was very necessary for you to advise the senator and the vice president to support their own? I talk about the candidate that is on NDR instead of you being an opposition always. Don't you think it was necessary that you give them good advice so that they can protect the legacy of Senator Johnson that we all support? That's right there.
Yeah, brother, we don't go. We're brutal divide or talking about
The legacy that we all support.
Ashka, you got a question?
You getting me?
Yeah.
You getting me?
Ashka, you got a question?
Yes, why? It made internet really.
I beg you, let's read a question on District 5. Yeah, before even if the senator make his
what do you talk about District 5? No. They meant already brought talking point in scatter. They say District 5. They meant somebody from District 5. We finish showing you a Kennedy.
I don't know whether I should really consider Ansha's statement, but before they even went for Doe burial in Grand Jide, Ansha was on Facebook saying Koto Kwagri that ugly man he can be represented.
I follow that, yeah.
So this is concerning, but I wish Ansha can come back with asking all of the questions. You know, this is really concerning.
So this show is actually interesting.
What made me laugh?
Not bring us bro.
The man that getting better man. What he had to do with our Liberian politics?
Oh man, don't be talking at it. So
let me introduce himself.
Man say Guinea manner.
Okay, yeah, Guinea manner. So what he had to do with our Liberian politics?
But I believe the man oriented.
Oh, you got to answer that. You got to answer that question.
The man is a citizen of Liberia.
We had to see a citizenship card.
No,
Era. They have from where they selling Nima. Even give from Abaco man from Guinea.
But you can't say I'm borrowing Gio, then we consider you a Gio from Nima. The error is right. The man said a Guinea Mano man, and not Gio man.
So
wait, listen, something came to our attention here tonight, and we got to talk about it. Mr. Mafosi, are you in any way vying for the position of Minister of Agriculture in Liberia?
You are Liberia, man.
Look,
listen,
yeah.
I'm strong. You see,
one thing I can tell you is that I'm competent. I'm competent. I'm qualified. I have worked in different areas of government in Liberia before coming overseas. And I was part of the process, the electionary process in Liberia. And I would say ranging from 2017. 2017, I was briefing and advising the vice president then and current president of Liberia, President Joseph Boakai, on political issues in Nima. I was the one who proposed to the Unity Party then in 2017 that a running mate should come from Nima. That's the only way Boakai will win. And after they lost the 2017 election, they referenced that piece and we discussed it and we decided to go to Nima this time. I'm associated with the vice president's office in terms of relationship in every way. And I was in Liberia when government was being configured. And there are people in government today.
Marvelous, answer the broad question. I just simple.
I know. I want to lay the premise now. I want to lay. I was in Liberia, and there are people in government today that we recommended before I came here. So if I wanted to be at the time, I would have gotten position. But I decided to come because I have a family here. I have my kids. They are young. I need to give them direction. But that doesn't also negate the fact that if I'm ready and have a role in Liberia, I won't do it because it's honorable for someone to contribute to the growth and development of their community, especially someone who got a wealth of experience, who got knowledge and everything.
Thank you.
Antoine himself knows, even at AMEU, when he was there as a student, I was working at the National Commission on Higher Education, and whatever contribution that we made to the students of NIMBA is somebody who is aware. And so he knew me for a very long time. You know, he just saying it because he's frustrated. I did not put forth any bid for any position. You know, let alone to talk about Grace Bay, who just died today. He died today. Then I put him a bid for the position today. The Minister of Agriculture, Nuta, is a friend, and he's doing marvelously well. So should I say that and say, okay, I want Nuta's position? No. I'm very comfortable. I'm not a wake up in the morning, run to work kind of person. I do my own thing. I sit in my own home private office and run my own thing.
I'm not
that hungry for a job. You know that I will have to go to chiefs and elders to take my name to the vice president.
Let's go back. Let's go back. We go in with you.
Yeah,
let's go
back.
Allegation. We need to balance the story because Grace Bay just died today, and hearing that somebody want to take his position is alarming. We got to ask. But we
make it alarming when somebody die, another person should take place. It's not alarming.
That's somebody take place, so that will not anything.
But the man just died today now. How can somebody just put him?
So how can why is he picking up his name?
Well, so somebody
we have to balance the story. That's why I asked Mr. Matheson to balance the story.
Where is Armstrong? I think Armstrong needs serious help.
He brought my name because I called him to book when he was speaking in a derogatory manner again. Because when he said the vice president office is reckless, is useless, mind you, now all of us are from NIMBA. And if you wanted
to be agriculture minister.
Yeah. He said he talked about Grace Bay, he talks about agriculture minister. Now, I was in Liberia when government was being formulated. If I want agriculture minister, why didn't I fight for it? But I have to come when somebody is there, then I start to fight for it. You know, I mean, I call him to order because I know his personality. Because before he came on the show, somebody introduced him a controversial somebody. Nobody would introduce me like that. So our responsibility on this show is to make sure when people are going at least above order, we call them to order in as much as we are panelists and discussing, because anything that happens, they will say, oh, Elder Ellis was there or Matheson there was there. And I've always said,
let's move on. Let's move to different topic.
That we have to be a better ambassador for our community. So I will not sit down to see things like that going on. But because I call him to order, you know, he spewed out that Geffrich.
Thank you, Mr. Matheson. We hope to be rejoined by Anshan Selepo. But again, they say where smoke is, there is fire.
So what that means?
I'm not saying Mr. Matheson wants to be agriculture minister. I'm not saying that the vice president office is XYZ. I'm not saying that the vice president, deviated from his own personal decision that he made earlier, that he would support XYZ persons. I'm just saying that where there is smoke, there is fire. We hope to be rejoined by Amshan Selepo. But let's go to you, Bobby Wanty.
Call the man.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. So let's hear from you, Bobby, before we go to Armstrong. I want to call Armstrong, but let's keep the show running. Alfonso, I beg you, take over from here. Let me try to get Armstrong on the phone.
So yeah, you are talking, Bobby. I hear from you. What you got to say? You got to say on what Armstrong just said.
Well, I think it's a wild allegation Armstrong is spreading out, but again, it's Armstrong saying. That's what Armstrong said. Armstrong came on the show and he make a statement. He said what he's supposed to say. But I was waiting to ask Armstrong if it was my turn. I know Armstrong very well. Armstrong and I was together quite recently, not too long ago. And the previous person said a controversial Goba Sebo. Everybody know Goba in Liberia. If Goba wants something and you don't get it, he will push in on the other side to get it. So I wanted to ask Armstrong. Armstrong is a political advisor to two political leaders or two leaders in the county. Whether this position was an appointed position with paper or they just walk to him and say, Armstrong, you be our political advisor. That's what I wanted to know. So if Armstrong have an employment paper that says Armstrong is a political advisor to Senator Koga and Armstrong is a political advisor to Honorable Hassan Bility, I mean, my proximity to Koga or the vice president does not make me an advisor, except they appointed me or they employ me to do so. So I wanted to know from Armstrong if he will employ, legitimately, or it's just because we are friends together. I'm advising you people, so I'm the advisor now. That's what I wanted to know.
Show me your friend, I will tell you who you are. What say you see how it is?
Goba is a very interesting guy. And the internet is actually giving problem. I think in my mind, he's not actually composed today. He's not actually composed today because
he composed before.
Alan is speaking out of anger.
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna you feel found a show me he composed before.
Because I mean, I really wanted to hear from him tonight because even when people Mavosin asked, when he made that disclaimer or made that stuff, I said I wanted to come in. And when the people spoke, me and knew Goba going to go for him. I knew straight. I knew Goba going to go for him. So I mean, he's a kind of person, he just the allegation, when on Koga went on the radio the last time, even when he appeared, he made it clear that he projected a candidate. And mind you, all of those conversations, sometimes Biden will be around. Because when it comes to the political conversation, of recent, you are very close to Okoga during the by-election. So when you even go to introduce himself, you say, Makuli, I'm supporting Makuli. Even when he went Grand there, he did that. Say, you should know that I did not run because I'm supporting Makuli Koga. So,
Siawiti, I beg you, we have Armstrong on the phone. Let's conclude with him so we can go to our analysis. We don't have time in our favor. Good evening, Armstrong. Welcome back.
Please don't. You wanted to ask for Aslam Mitati. You wanted to ask all of you were down Booyah. I want to exhaust everything because to get me is very difficult. You never giving me hard time. And I want to be clear with this before you ask other questions that the election in Booyah, I'm clear we are supporting a government for me, my Vice President Jeremiah Kwankun, and my senior colleague, Samuel Gomuekuga, who is the next governor of the Kande. We all start out and agree, along with Honorable Kopakura, that a government is the next representative of NEMA. Anything that happens there is the black D. If the Vice President Koga want to play game, I will never play game. I'm clear. I respect it. I'm a man man. The matter of fact, they are all you. I'm a man. And as a man man, I was very clear with them. Whatsoever thing they wanted us to do, they should do it. And I want to be clear, right? In the 2025 the election that Senator Koga just won, a lot of people thought that I was supported Ide Gonglo, where I said I was going to support Koga because we wanted to balance the politics. And in Booyah, we are clear that
we also want a perfect candidate that can represent and replace Koga. I do not support that crown man called Kodon Pagu. That man is a crown man who have fought during the war. That man is not
No,
very
you have to, no. Restrain him.
He is a
There is no
representative of
challenge. So you have to restrain him.
I'm very
I think we have to let some check my
From there. And also, Booyah is the Bundesliga and produce a high number of freedom fighters that save the market to be where is it. We cannot mortgage it to that kind of funny looking man. I'm very clear with him. Mark my word, I'm clear. I know we are on radio, we are on television. I'm clear that we cannot support that kind of thing. That man doesn't want to I'm very, very clear with it.
You are a host.
If you tell me how you put your this now you go to the issue.
Thank you, Guba. I beg you. We have to stop here on the Shufat issue. And let's
he's not even answering the question people asking. Just talking.
Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. I mean, gentlemen, I beg you. This thing is not something.
Another question outside of the fact because the fact the question member is the one me my big brother Jeremiah and Koga agree upon.
Guba is going in circle. Let's just ask the thing our question.
A prime man are passing around where is that human.
Okay, let's go to other issues. Efanso, let's start with you. We got.
I never asked my question from Guba.
Yeah, I beg. Okay, go ahead, Chief. The one question.
Yeah, Comrade Guba, how are you doing? This is Bobby.
Guba network again is connecting. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Guba, I want to ask you this question. But again, Liberia is for everyone, and Nimba is for everybody. Booyah is for everybody. Anybody can live anywhere. Our constitution says where you live, and you live with the people, you can represent them. You don't need to come from there. My question to you, you say you are a political advisor to Honorable Musa Hassan Belete and Senator Koga. Their advisory position. But were you appointed by those people, or it was a casual communication between you and those people?
Yeah, Koga is off. So,
bring him back.
Let's see if we can reconnect Koga.
Let's answer that question.
Let's see if we can reconnect Koga. But again, I think we're having our view. Share with it back to you. Let me see if I can reconnect Koga here, please. Let's hear you. Let's hear you shortly.
Yeah, I mean, I think the show tonight we had topic, but it's just like the way the show started with the quote unquote young people leader and the double advisors to the political leaders. So we're waiting to hear from him, but I think the network, like he said, he got some information that we're waiting to hear from him. For me, that's what I can say.
I gotta bring him back tomorrow.
So,
because of Google network, we will bring him back tomorrow. His network is really bad.
Yeah,
so I beg you. Yeah. What we'll do is let's have our analysis and our parting comment in one. We have Google here, we have Prince here tonight. Let's start from the bottom to the top, because on the top we have all of the regular folks. So let's start from the bottom. Mr. Medede Duo, let's hear you. What do you make of the two guests that appeared today and your parting comment?
Thank you, Brother Gino. Thank you. Basically, like I said, from the inception, was a little bit late today. I joined y'all late, not even a little bit late. But even though I heard our foreign go by, from the town like John. But I think it would be better for Goba to come tomorrow because I think he's coming tomorrow. He will try to be a little bit professional so that because the thing about interview coming on live to speak to the people, you are not speaking because you want to speak because there are other people who foreign they want to know the message you are giving so that the message can resonate well with the people. So I believe that he coming tomorrow, he will do a little adjustment so that at least he can start avoiding some words that he was using today. But basically, to conclude, I think that what Bobby said, all of us here, if I stand to be corrected, I think why it's true that we are a Liberian, but we hail from somewhere that place is called Nimba. For me, the election are going on in Nimba. For me, I come from district number 4, by the way, all the way Bill Yoda. So when I see electionary process, I always, pray for peace because at the end of the day, whoever wins tomorrow, that person will be representing Nimba and that is specific district from Nimba County. So why is true that we will disagree when it comes to politics? But at the end of the day, whoever wins, we should be able to respect that person. We should be able to work with the person so that the person can better represent our county and our district. So again, I have nothing much to say. I just
Thank
want to
you.
say thank God and that's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Nedidi. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Um, somebody
You
mic
let
is
somebody mute. Somebody is talking.
yeah. Somebody background is really bad. I see how we caught him. Ellis Dennis, let's hear you. Your party comment, your analysis.
Thank you. Even though you brought me in late, well, I gotta say what I gotta say. You know, the election in Booyah is very critical to all of us here. Most importantly, when it comes to election violence, I think we all should be able to condemn it. But there are causes of these things happening. Number one, the NEC have failed us and has put our citizens' lives at stake. The people who got wounded yesterday, it was all because of the failure of the NEC to provide security for each one of these candidates and also for the people of District 5. I'm sorry, 5. We are calling on the NEC and the national leadership to provide our people with security from now until next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Because I can see that there will be a serious issues. And we all can see the starting right now. We all need to ask the national government to provide armed security in Booyah during the election. And secondly, Booyah should not be like what it is. We all knew where the war started. After 20 years of peaceful coexistence, there is no security in Booyah. Booyah should have a John Morty barrack in Butuo. Butuo is no different from Bunda from Bunda. We should have a barrack in that place that will protect our people. Any mistake over there, Liberia will suffer it like we went through for 14 years.
Thank you, Ella.
Let me finish, my man. Mr. Senator Koga, you are at the higher top. You need to carry these proposal or suggestion to your people so that you all can look into it. We beg you, we hold your feet for the sake of our people, for the safety of our area. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Matheson, let's hear from you, your analysis and your parting comment. But before you go, I should ask you this question. He said you were vying for EPA director position, if that's true or not. He said he has evidence that you wanted to be the director of EPA in Liberia, and when they took that and gave it to another person, you went to Canada. I don't know whether that's true or not, but let's hear you.
So then asking, where was I living before the election? Number one. Number two, asking if I'm a Liberian, and if yes, do I have right to work in a country of my own? I say those questions because whether or not I wanted to be a head of EPA, I think I'm a Liberian, and I'm one of the few environmental engineers in Liberia. So, and then I've worked before as a consultant for the EPA under the UNDP. I mean, under the, UNDP, the United Nations, arm. And so I don't want to make that a subject of discussion because no one is more Liberian than the other. Everyone who is working in the government of Liberia is their constitutional responsibility. And then I too have that constitutional responsibility. And if I have a job to do to Liberia, that's what I went to school for. That's what I prepare for. So if I have a job to do to Liberia, and if the job matches with my other private personal schedule, I would take it, I would do it. I didn't say I won't take job or I won't do job in Liberia. I work in Liberia. So I don't want to give credence to Armstrong for the fact that we have the first discussion with Paul, and all of us see the way the first discussion went and how mature, how responsible, and how organized he was when it comes to his presentation, which I admire quite well. And coming to him and with all the outcry, it tells exactly the kind of people we're dealing with, which I must say, we have to do justice to this platform. We have to be meticulous about it. It's one thing to be a guest, is yet another thing to remain within the scope and keep to the issues. So if you go contrary, then it becomes our responsibility. You don't just say we bring the guests, we can't control what they say, but this is our platform. This is not the place where you will peddle divisive politics, calling somebody a crime man. It does not augur well for our democracy, especially for an emerging country that is coming from years of civil strife. That's wrong. So we should be able to call people out, but on the overall, I know, of course, we have to sound a disclaimer. We do not support what individual guest has to say, because that's their view, for which they should be held liable. But it was a good show. It was a good show, especially the first guest made it a show, a very good show.
Thank you,
and
Mr.
my caution to Armstrong, and don't mind what he's saying. He's a very good little brother. He's someone who always reach out to me. We have very good relationship and good, but this is politics. When I called him out, he decided to go for me, thinking that he would quiet me, but he forgot to know when he was in university, I was teaching. So that's the difference between us and teaching university. So I want to say thank you. Let's always remain a good people, because we are the ears and eyes of our community. Our community look up to us. Our society look up to us. Let's keep being the better ambassador we can for our respective community individually. Because it's just Liberia, it's just District 5, it's just Nimba. No other Nimba you have to live, no other District 5 you have to live, no other Liberia you have to live apart from the Republic of Liberia. To make it better, it got to be us, it must be us. So we should see the betterment of our community as our individual responsibility. And let's keep to that. Thank you.
Thank you very
God bless
much.
you all.
Thank you very much, Mr.
We got other
Mafasin.
District 5 in Liberia.
Just in case some of you don't know Mr. Mafasin, he's the former development superintendent. That's correct. Am I correct? Good. Former development superintendent of Nima County. So he's not job hungry. He's not seeking for a job. He's not begging for it. He's a professional person. You know, if the government see it necessary that they should appoint him to serve in certain capacity, he's professional. He knows the job. So that's something we come in here to be discussing anyway. But let's go to you, Bobby. One thing, let's hear you. I know all of you that are saying anything contrary to answering here today, all of you want job from the government. So anything you say against Armstrong, you want job. If you not say something against him, you don't want job. Let's hear you, Bobby, your parting comment and your analysis.
Yeah, gentlemen, it was a very good show tonight, and we appreciate the both guests for coming, and we hope to see Paul back because a lot of fruitful discussion from Paul end, and we pray for peace, we pray for calm, we pray for stability in the district of electorate district number 5 for this by-election coming out. Like I always say, it doesn't matter who win, district number 5 win, Nima County win, we have a representative. What I know for sure is there is no law in our constitution that say election commissioner will give police to candidate that want to take part into the election. But we that taking part, or the citizens should be our own security as well to know where we live in, where the election is going. We are one family, election will come and go. The people that are going to the election, they should know they're going to lead the same people that they're going to be, their leader tomorrow. So violence is not called for anything anyway. Election is election, it will come and go. So my brother Armstrong, we hope to see Armstrong again. Armstrong is Armstrong. It doesn't matter you'll bring Armstrong tomorrow or the day after, Armstrong will still be Armstrong. I even believe postponing Armstrong is like go back and weaponize yourself and come back. Armstrong is Armstrong. He will come back tomorrow. But what I know is politics in Liberia, our politicians, not about this technical topic today, but our politicians, they raise a cobra at their own backyard, and then when the cobra come back to bite them, and people start talking like, oh, the cobra. But the cobra, they raise a cobra. We see a lot of it in Liberia. But Guba is a very good gentleman. If you're around Guba, you laugh every day. The same person Guba talk for today. Guba myself, who was in Senegal like recently, Guba myself went around. We will be very good, we'll go swallow GB. But at some point when you disagree, when Guba come for you, say, I wonder that this man and myself were together just now. But that's how Guba is. He's somebody that he come for you right there, you'll become friend. And then after he come for you, he turn around, you'll become friend. He take nothing against, he take nothing for personal. So, it was a good show. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll be here tomorrow to see, Armstrong coming back. Armstrong return. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Siawete. Let's hear your parting comment, your analysis.
Well, thank you. It was a good show tonight. Thanks to Paul for coming, though we have other issues to discuss, but he had a specific topic to discuss on, so we could not go beyond. And the District 7 politics, that one will be the show, it will be another time. So it was good. And what is happening, even when Honorable Koga appeared the other day, he made some revelation that we could not go deep into, like he said, he could not speak out. So when you see those things happening, just the only thing is Ashkron, he could not organize on how he expressed himself on the issue that is training. That's all.
Sorry, I beg you. Let me ask you one question. Can you tell your secret to Ashkron?
Who? Ashkron? Ashkron myself, we've been friends for very long. I mean, sometimes he say personal things to me.
All of us here, we've been friends with Ashkron, but I'm saying, can you tell your personal secret to Ashkron that it will be safe with him? You will keep it.
Well, that would be another time, but so I mean, it was a good. Many days we'll have the kind of experience. The good thing is once somebody made those statements, made disclaimer, because we had topic to discuss, we could not go into it because of the network from Ashkron. We were also sharpening the contradiction and go to the meat of the discussion, but it was not bad. So we hope to be here tomorrow Sunday, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, so we hope to be here tomorrow, hopefully. So
thank you.
We extend our condolences once again to the Grispe family for the irreplaceable loss that they had today in the government of Liberia. So it was a good show. We promise that tomorrow it will be nice, a very nice show tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Let's hear you, Shadrach, your analysis and your party comment.
So I want to say this to my people of Booyah. Every girl that you're speaking on behalf of whosoever they speak on, they speak for their personal view. There's no crime, there's no greed, there's no guilt, there's no manner different from Booyah. We are all citizens. So anybody who contesting in Booyah, they are sons of Booyah. So you all go by voting people your trust. Don't vote based on people personal, how they call it, feeling the way they are coming out. So I just want to give that advice to my people of Booyah. We keep praying for the district for no peaceful election. We pray that security be in tight as we heard that police are some security there. This really can camp down some of the situation that we've been hearing yesterday, so that it's not go peaceful. Again, another thing, thanks to everybody who been here tonight, making the show great. That will be professional to set a platform to everybody to be a neutral platform. Like when we say that the fact, it should not be one sided. It should not be anybody say something again. Anybody against the panelists would know how to scream up about your statement. Live, so other people know that what you're saying is your own opinion. We have no right to that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Alfonso, let's end with you this evening.
Did not go to Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy, keep going, coming at the reason. I thought Jimmy was at the top. Jimmy, where are you?
But I've been constant. I've not been going, coming.
Where are you currently? Are you in District 5 or you are in Monrovia?
I'm in Monrovia.
So you deceived Jackson You deceived Jackson You didn't run campaign for him. And campaign ends today.
My brother, we run campaign so many ways. So I'm not supposed to be physically on the front line before. But we run the campaign so many ways.
No, you're bad. You see politics? Nah. The madam Amos Pokui sang a song, and Amos Pokui, one of the artists, sang a song. He says, "Me are giddy why we are, without giddy boy we are." You're lying to Jackson You on Facebook, running everywhere, thinking that you're being disrespectful from us to us, village to village. You didn't go there to run campaign. Let's hear your
but you know that. No, but I didn't want to set up the leadership, the Jackson You leadership in the district. You know that.
You set up leadership and you run away. What kind of leadership be that one?
My brother, lead that thing. Lead that thing, man. Let's go back to the show, John.
Move on.
And so from the origin, it was a very fun show. For the first guest, we admired the first guest. even though we came late, we were not able to give our input, but we do admire him. And later, Armstrong Buba Seleko King, Buba was just doing a Buba thing. It's not strange. I think the entire Nema knows who is Buba Seleko. But I believe that much as the senator has said the last time on the show that he and the vice president are cool. There is nothing much. And then we take that. We will not go in the dark to look for what that are not being said to us by those very people. And to the issue of Booyah, the information from Booyah yesterday was very devastating. And we want to condemn it to the highest. We call all parties to remain calm. I want to say this, the MDRO has to be very careful. You cannot be in a glass house and throw stones. You are in a driving seat. MDRO is one of the ruling parties right now. You cannot be involved into electoral violence. These are issues we fought against yesterday when the CDC was in power. We cannot be the one, leading the charge of it at this moment. We want to call our brothers and sisters. You can support your candidate intellectually, but not physically. The political war now is not physical, it's intellectual. So we have to abolish the physical attack on one another and discuss the issues. We pray that God gave all of us the wisdom to elect the best person. Even though I have my candidate, my candidate, I think Jackson is the best candidate to win this election. Thank you.
I mean, I scam thing you talking about that, man. You have a whole week to run election. You're not going to district. You can see now. You say Jackson.
I know, but I know. I'm in the district. I'm in the district.
We got eyes on you in Liberia. You don't know that?
That the Jackson Foundation, man.
You don't mind that, man. Alfonso, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. We show as a panelist here, I think while it's true, we all agree that COPA is COPA. It cannot change. There are some key information when somebody appear on the show is giving out that had the propensity of, damaging the image of the institution or had the propensity to put people at loggerhead. I think we have to checkmate that person to stop immediately and then divert him to another thing. So Armstrong was just recently in Grand Julia to bury the remains of Samuel Kanyando. He is the person coming here calling people that they are crown people, they need not to vote this and that. I wish it was not good for us. And I expected us to checkmate that better way and tell him to post up to that. If we apologize for that. And if he appear here next time, we have to tell him to apologize for what he said. If he cannot apologize, then we didn't know other information from him because it would not be a good thing. They are all on media preaching peace and reconciliation, and you will not come here and be talking no kind of thing. We accept it. It was not a good thing from the past. So, yes, it will be a good show. Hope to see another group of people to have another discussion tomorrow. The developmental issues. I know campaign close today in Buyao. All the citizens in Buyao go to the pool to vote who you want to vote for. All of the messages they have been passing around where they stand. You go to take your side, you run your decision for your district. About the level, not for the yellow machine that came because it will not come when it becomes representative. You will not see it. So you have to go and make your decision. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alfonso, and thank you to all of you for being on the show here tonight. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your efforts for always being here. We hope to have you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, we hope to have with us Senator Samuel Gongon Koga. We are going to be here tomorrow to preach the message of peace to the people of Buyao as campaign closes today at 12 a.m. p.m. So, 12 p.m. Sorry. No, 12 p.m. 12 p.m. So we will be here tomorrow to preach the message of peace. The senator will be with us. We are now going to discuss politics tomorrow. We are going to discuss peace tomorrow in district number 5, and we hope to be joined by other people too, so that we all can discuss peace in district number 5. Thank you to all of you for being here tonight. Hope to have you guys tomorrow.
Thank you. You shouldn't keep us in the back tomorrow.